Right, so that's recording. Excellent. Right, so bit of fucking music. That's grand. Alright, so hello everybody, Noob here. Been quite a while, and tech test is out. Basically the aim with this video or stream, I'm doing this live and everything now over on Twitch. Link is down in the description if you ever want to catch that. But this is to give constructive feedback on the tech tests. Now, small disclaimer, I fell out of Gears, wasn't happy with Gears 4. Gears 5, I have good points and bad points about it. I don't claim to be a professional or anything. I'm not a good player or anything. I'm washed up if anything. I'm one of those fucking Gears 3 kids, if you want to call me that or whatever. I don't really care. But these are going to be my opinions on what they've done, what they've changed, and where it's going, and how I feel about it. Coming from an experienced Gears player, but not like a competitive Gears player. And when I say experienced, I mean like experience. I don't play casually, like, you know, after school, after fucking work or anything. Like, it's not like come home whenever it's, oh yeah, let's just jump on for 2 games and have some fun or whatever. If I get on, like, I get on. That's it. So anyway, that's what the aim of this is going to be. As you can see here, I will actually be posting this up on the Gears of War forum as well for the official feedback thread, so it will be worded properly as well. I will be cross-posting it onto the Reddit post as well, and then I have the tech test FAQ here as well to go through, so hopefully we can, you know, kind of come up with like some semblance of good things, right? So I should have made like a little notepad or something, just giving myself like little pointers of what I actually want to do with this and everything, because there's so many different points to get through. So I think I will start with like the small, you know, the small quality of life improvements, right? So like, you know, that's stuff like the hit markers and crosshairs and all that. And like for me personally, I like them. But to me, like, looking at the game spectated, it looks a bit weird and slow, like, especially what they showed off as well with that E-League thing that you had to watch for Esports Case. And like, it was alright and everything, and I found it to be a bit like, yeah, it's a bit, but like there are some good points. Like when I'm actually playing it, it actually feels a whole lot better when you're sitting down and playing it. It really does. Like, it's like the changes are very noticeable. I know one thing that a lot of people can test is the long shot crosshair. Like the long shot crosshair, we used to, you know, that box, and now we've basically given like the little line with a little dot in the middle of it, so I don't know, something like that. And I understand where people are coming from. It's the same with the ball talk. Personally, I like the crosshair changes. It's very good. The ball talk actually feels like it's going to take skill now. Like, you know, if you have the skill to aim, you're gonna shred people with it. And Gears 4, like, basically, like, you blast someone with the first shot, that's fine, but then once you blast them, your crosshair opens up, and then it opens up again, and you're just stuck with this massive hitbox. Made the ball talk seem too RNG, it was a bit shit and everything, so I wasn't a massive fan of it. I didn't like it all too much. So we'll start with these kind of like small little quality of life improvements as well. Alright, so I don't know how I actually want to start it. I think it would be just an experienced Gears player. Yeah, I think, yeah, just cut, yeah. My opinion and feedback from this tech test will be from the standpoint of an experienced Gears player. I mean, Arky, I don't know. Like, you're if you're talking about the name, that's the stream boss thing. So basically, you know, that's a double follow now. Okay, cool, man. You just change the name on it. You know, that's fine. Whatever. Cool stuff. Thanks for the follow anyway. Now, hold on. No, I have to go do this little follower goal now. No, I don't need 3, man. Oh no, I didn't even reset the follower goal. Whoops. You kind of followed me while I didn't stream yesterday, so I'm kind of fucked now. Hold on, 1 sec. All right, end that goal. Alright, so, new follower goal. Smashing those follower goals. Love it. For fuck's sake. What are you doing? Need to swap this back around now. Right, now. No, oh no, I didn't break anything. No, it has broken something. Oh no. There it is. Okay, grand. Okay, hold on. Starting them out in 0. Alright, so by the 31st of the 12th in 2035, we're to hit another follower. I feel like that's obtainable. I'm not quite sure how obtainable, but it should be obtainable. Now, I need to bring back my stream up. There we go. Thank you very much. Phone, tablet, and PC, so you've got 3 different accounts for everything. Jesus, man. Like, just the one account does me just fine, anyway. Yeah, so, like, yeah, that's what I was saying with Crosshair, is, like, there is no bloom. So, I'm happy with the fact, like, it feels like it's going to be a lot more skill-based with the weapons and the crosshairs, and, like, especially with the long shot as well. I know some people don't like it. I personally like it because it feels more pinpoint accurate, like, I know where I'm aiming. Now, there have been a few instances where, like, I've, you know, someone's roadie running and I'm staring right at their back, and, like, I shoot where the head should be right at, you know, like, right like, the top of their neck kind of thing. Like, you know when they're road running, you know what I mean? I feel like that should be a headshot. I don't know if that's changed drastically, like, with the hit reg and everything. Like, maybe that just registers a back shot or something, but I feel like I should have gotten a couple of the headshots that I'm not getting. So, we'll have a look at it. From an experienced Gears of War player who has played it, yeah, played since year 1. Well, okay, no. Technically Gears 2. I didn't really play Gears 1 all too much. I will try cover as much as possible. In this post. Okay, so quality of life improvements up first. All right, so quality of life improvements. Stick that in bold. There you go. Alright, so the quality of life improvements is, first of all, crosshair. Now, I know PC has no aim assist, and I will be tearing into that a lot, because I'm not a fan of aim assist, and arcade is a... Oh, it's a shit show. Arcade is not a mode that should be in Gears, like, whatsoever. Like, all the different tunings and everything shouldn't be in it. I actually just want to have a quick look at those. How do I pull up the tunings for this stuff? Details. Yeah, so average match about 50 minutes, early quit penalty, yes, single match. See, aim assist core and aim assist hardcore, or competitive. Like, what the fuck? Why? Why would you put in aim assist, like, at all? It's like, I will be going into that later on. I can't pull up anything in arcade, which is really shit. I literally cannot pull up anything on it. It is a fucking joke. I do not like it. But, like that, no, with PC, you don't have aim assist with mouse and keyboard. If I pick up my controller, I have aim assist, and I can feel it, and it literally just drags me around, and I don't like it. It is too heavy. Okay, so crosshair changes. Alright, personally, I like the crosshair changes, although being very skeptical at first. Yeah, very skeptical at first hearing of them. No, you can't, you know, you can't spell it with K. Or is K the American spelling? Can't remember. Yeah, there's 2 types. The titties are covered at the moment. I'm sorry, like, you know, I'm trying to be as professional as possible here and not basically just scream at them like, oh my god, Coalition! You suck dick! I'm not. So I'm trying to be a bit more professional. I can do one of those where I just rip into it. Like, last night was a nightmare. Like, I was doing the challenges for the tech test, so like that, for anyone who doesn't know, testing out the Tour of Duty things, so like that, you know, just deal all these fucking damages and shit and everything. Like, these are fucking piece of shit. The elimination and kill thing, not a fan of it, don't like it. The medal system is pretty good and everything, so like that, you know, win the escalation matches and everything, did that with the stack, that was no problem. Playing escalation was fun, it was good fun. Tester snub, that was easy, no problem. That's just literally just play. But the fact it has to be escalation or arcade is a fucking joke. And then the Nasher. Win 15 matches of arcade or escalation. I do not have 4 people to blast through escalation with at all times, right? So I was stuck in arcade last night. And last night, I was ready to fucking slip my wrists. Which was not fun. And that should not... Like, I know Gears is one of those games. Yes, it makes you want to slit your wrists, but you also love it. You know, it's like an abusive relationship. Like, every time you walk in the door, punches you right in the face. You know, that's fine, no problem. But you still love them, because they're really nice when they don't punch you in the face. However, last night just felt like Last night, I felt like my basic human rights were violated in so many different ways. I can't actually put it into words. It was just wrong. Didn't enjoy it whatsoever. Yeah, no, see, okay, yeah, so, like that, yesterday, when I was talking with Paul and everything, and playing with him, yes, I was going through the game, and I was ripping it apart, because there's so much that I do not enjoy about the game. Like, it's just wrong to me, in all fairness. Like, I get they went to change it and everything, and like there's a lot of points that I made in it and everything. Like some were just kind of like out of spite of like, yeah, fuck you, Coalition, like this is a shit game and everything. And then other points are very valid. Like I feel like this tech test, right? This tech test, arcade, fucking delete it. It needs to be gone. It shouldn't, like ranked. Okay, so ranked. This is bullshit. Ranked should not be a thing, right? People see ranked, they're gonna try, and it turns into Lancerfest. I cannot test anything on this game if I'm getting lancered by 4 people with one guy with a nasher, just hard aiming, walking around the corner when I'm getting crossed from fucking 3 directions. I can't peek my head up because the lancer will drop me in 2 bullets anyway. So what's the fucking point? I can't do anything. So ranked literally needs to just be escalation. Arcade needs to be deleted, and Team Deathmatch and King of the Hill need to be seen as the social kind of play and everything. And I didn't even realise that social arcade was limited to 2 people max for searching as well. It's a fucking joke. So again, that shit needs to be gone. The social playlist in Gears 4 is dead because you can't play with your team. And I don't want to be forced to play core with... yeah, no, I saw that it went up to 3. Sorry, I saw they bumped that up to 3. They want to see how 3-man squads kind of fare and everything. But like that, I don't want to be forced into playing ranked. Like basically, like I understand what ranked is, but nobody else understands what ranked is. Everyone thinks like, oh, I'm getting a ranking, I have to be diamonds. No, you fucking don't. I like for Siege at the moment, I want to push myself down to copper because I can do whatever the fuck I want there, and it's so much more chill. Although I have to admit, like, silver ranks are the most toxic pieces of shit I've ever seen. And I fucking hate that word, but there's literally nothing, like, I feel like dipping myself in, like, Chernobyl's reactor would be less harmful to my health. And once people see that, like, oh, I get a little ranked, that means I have to play good. No, man, you're shit at the game, it doesn't fucking matter. You're bad. You're not gonna, like, I understand, like, yes, hitting diamond, you're gonna get, like, some really good rank rewards and everything. Cool, no problem. I have 0 problems with you wanting to try. But you have to remember, if the game after, say like that, you're really dedicated, you've played 20 King of the Hill games, and you are stuck in, like, Silver 2. You're fucking Silver 2 then. You're not good. You're not going to go up. And, like, Gears 4 has a lot of these diamond kids and Onyx players and everything that think they're the fucking top shit, but all they can do is lance you from a distance. And they have one teammate running around with a nasher. That's it. It's not how Gears should be played. Ranked is fundamentally flawed because they basically sit there and go like, hey, yeah, man, if you're diamond, we're going to give you some really good shit. And everybody thinks, oh, I have to be diamond, I have to try super hard. And trying super hard in Gears now means sitting back in your spawn, or like that, just controlling a spot. Take Blood Drive, for example. Push up, whoever gets Sniper Torque, retreat to the other stairs, and then it's literally just lancer across and try to get like a lucky headshot every now and then. That's it. It's pathetic. It's really bad. It's very flawed. So escalation should be the only thing that has ranked in it, because that is their competitive mode. That is their competitive mode. That's what they're pushing for. No problem. Stick with that being the only thing ranked in a beta. After that, King of the Hill, take it out, put it into social. You should have Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, ranked. That is it. Arcade needs to fucking go. It is a pathetic mode. Do not like it. It is horribly imbalanced. Nobody should start with rifles. I like the idea of it. I like the concept of it, right? Rifles, however, everyone should spawn Nasher and Snub. Nasher and Snub, that's it. I'm kind of against the whole, like, hey, yeah, this certain character gets, like, better cover distance. This guy moves faster. You get extra points for eliminations or executions even. That's fine. No problem. Cool. But Arcade plays completely differently to everything else. Arcade is a pathetic mode. It's not Gears. That feels like Judgment in Gears 5. And even then, it's a bastardized version of... I would rather play Judgment than play this arcade shit. And, like, in all fairness, like, Judgment isn't a Gears game. It was a good game, but it's not a Gears game. If I want to play Gears, I'm on Gears 5 to play Gears. If I want to play Judgment, I'll go play Judgment. Nobody should play fucking Arcade. Because all it teaches people is that Lancer wins. Lancer Hammerburst, you win. The Enforcer's garbage, there's no point in picking it unless it's, like, for the very start, and then you literally run through and, like, basically just get like 2 or 3 kills right at the start, then you can drop the Enforcer, then you swap over to like some other class. Best thing you can do is play a Sniper, because everybody's fucking idiots and they all stand there lancering, so it's easy headshots. And that's the only way you can actually conceivably win. Last night I got so pissed off because I constantly had 2 teammates who would constantly walk up into the enemy and just fucking die, and then I'd have 2 bots that they could farm, and the bots would die like 13, 14 times on average a game, so that's about 30 lives on average wasted to the bots, and then I'm still fighting them and I'm still pulling up like 45 to 50 scores, and it's purely because you're all fucking idiots. You're just getting bots and 2 idiots who just keep feeding you kills. If my team would just sit back with me, we would not have this issue. But I have that issue because I have to rely on brain-dead teammates who keep standing up and just getting headshotted by all the rifles. And that's another thing. Rifles should not headshot in Arcade. Arcade is a piss-poor version of Gears that should not exist, and I want it removed. It is a terrible game mode. It has to go. Like, this rolling social match of Arcade mode, if you want it, fine, keep it, no problem. Put it in some little fucking separate playlist for newcomers, and that's fucking it. Nobody in their right mind should play Arcade and find it fun to enjoy, especially with control, with the aim assist and everything. The headshot on the rifles is pathetic. Lancer is overtuned. Hammerburst is overpowered. Enforcer's a piece of shit. Nasher is terrible at times, and like that, especially, it's terrible with Lancers. It's basically terrible with anything that can put more rounds down range than you can, which is pretty much everything. So like, you have to go up, you have to get the body and then punch them, or you're going to die, because you just have like 2 or 3 people shooting you with a Lancer. You're going to body one guy and then you're going to get headshotted by some prick who's standing across the map who just spawned in. It's a pathetic mode. Do not like it. It has to go. It's not a Gears experience for me. Kind of getting off track, because going back to the quality of life things, there's a couple things I want to get through anyway. But yeah, basically everyone's boosted to fuck. They think they're amazing and they're shit. Like that, I've just been getting back into Gears 4, playing a bit of core with, like, you know, the likes of Livo, his friends, and everyone, Tonk on occasion as well. And literally, like, going up playing against people, I swear, like, they would be, like, I would place them as newcomers. And they're fucking, like, Diamond, or not Diamond, they're like Onyx, whichever's the highest, Onyx 1, like, they're like Onyx 1, Onyx 2, or whatever. And like, I'm sitting there going, like, there's fucking no way. I would have placed you max silver. You're pathetic, you're bad, you can't use a Nasher. I come at you if, like, basically if I wasn't crippled by the movement and them catering towards new players in Gears 4, I would shit on so many more people, but because you sit there and you wall bounce, you can't regenerate health, you slide into cover, you can't wall bounce, and like that's the same for up A's, back A's, and everything. Once you're sliding, it stops it, and that is bullshit, and it needs, it needs to go. It's a very bad mechanic, and like the movement and everything was butchered, so like it's completely different. Anyway, no, look, right, hold on. Okay. We'll get back on track. No, see, like, yeah, I understand, like, yes, you want to look at competitive players and see what they're doing, that's fine, no problem. But you have to remember, competitive players are most likely playing with at least 3 other friends and 1 random, or with 4 friends. And they're all communicating, and it makes it so much easier for them to sit there and Lancer and have someone push. Because if you take training grounds, you sit up in one of the sniper nests, right, overlooking whatever's in the middle. I think it's like drop shot. I think it's the explosive weapon in the middle, and it's overlooking like a statue or whatever you want to call it, courtyard, and it's really easy to sit there and like just, you know, ping someone, you shoot a couple Lancer bullets, then your teammate just sits there. Like, you've done nothing. All you did was stop him pushing up for a minute. And if the other team, like, say myself and Tonka are on one team, and you're just on your own in one team, I get shot by the Lancer a little bit, I'm trying to get, like, that boom shot or whatever, I literally just say, like, hey, man, I'm gonna go for this boom, can you come over and just fucking nail him in the head for a couple of minutes? And, like, literally, Tonk just has to move over, aim, once he peeks, start shooting him back and everything, and that's it, like that. You can be, I think Snub is very powerful, so the Snub might even drop him again. I think that's kind of gone back to the Gears 3 one. Or like that, just Lancer or Hammerburst to the head, like with the headshot multiplier, it shreds people. It is fucking ridiculous. Like, on average, I think the most bullets I've seen drop me with a Lancer is 13. And I'm pretty sure that's because, like, 2 of them end up hitting my fucking legs or something. I think, like, average bullets that the Lancer has to hit is 10 to down you, which is a fucking mental fucking change. It should take a whole lot more of the fucking Lancer to drop me than it does now. And like, especially in arcade, like literally like 6 or 7 bullets and you're dead. It's ridiculous. I'm not a fan of it whatsoever. The FIFA is a game I haven't played in years. I think the last FIFA I played was like 2012 or something. My brother. Wait, no, like my brother. My brother's only back from Japan, so like he's on at the moment. He's on playing Counter-Strike. I can see him there on Discord. So yeah, you play with with at least 3 people or in a 5-stack. Like there's no other way around it. Like that's how Gears is gone now. Like it used to be like, you remember Gears 3? Gears 3 could be like, you know, you're solo queue and you just shred everything up. Like it was grand. Like that was my thing. I was a consistent clutcher because I did it so often. It just became normal to me. I didn't panic. I didn't get nervous like that. I did panic and get nervous if I got a triple or whatever, the quad sitting right in front of me, or like the Quins there and everything. Yeah, could get nervous. Or like that, the bigger clutches as well, like, you know, the 1v9s, 1v11s, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you get nervous coming down to like the last 2 people and you're kind of like, oh shit. But like nowadays, Gears is literally like, you have to play with friends. If you don't play with any friends, you're going to lose the match because your team are all fucking idiots. Like I think I've come across like 2 or 3 people who are smart enough to go like, hey, I shouldn't push these 4 guys because they're going to ruin me. I'm going to sit back and we're going to try pick them off. I was happy with those people. But then I had the other 2 fuckers on my team who just kept charging at them, going like, oh, I'll get them this time, guys. No, you fucking won't. You're bad. Like, you're an idiot. Just stop. Okay, anyway, right, so I was very skeptical about the crosshair changes at first hearing them, right? Looking at the gameplay prior to actually playing the tech test, I thought they would throw me off. Like that, the crosshairs are a lot slimmer as well, so I'm very happy. Like they're a lot slimmer as well, and like it feels more pinpoint. All right, so it eliminates like bloom if you're able to control the recoil and everything. Yeah, the team that solo rush King of the Hill, yeah, no smokes tossed. I mean, like, see, like that's the thing as well. Like the smokes and flashbangs, I like them. It's cool and everything, but I feel as though smokes are just useless in this game, and they are also going to be fucking worthless with bots. Because they see you through the smoke anyway, so like smokes aren't going to do anything. Like if you smoke a bot, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage as opposed to the bot. So that's something they didn't really consider. So like if you're ever playing bots, flashbangs all the way. Flashbangs are the only thing that'll ever help you. This game is lancering. That's it. Like there's no pushing. Like yeah, like. I jumped on yesterday morning or whatever, like first game on, I was only waking up, I searched King of the Hill to see if it was working, King of the Hill was working, I walked away with like 4 Quins or something, and it was just kind of like, yeah, no, fucking any kid that picks up this game after only playing arcade, goes into an actual mode, they're fucked, they're dead, because they can't buy their weapons, they have to fight for them, and to fight for them means using a Nasher, and if they didn't use the Nasher and they're not Gears players, they're terrible at the game, so they're just going to lose all their Nasher 1v1s. It's pathetic. And then, another thing with, this game as well is sitting there and like you look at these people. I mean, if you actually look at these people, it's all hard aim and win. Like there's very little movement. Now, like that, there are players who do utilize it. Don't get me wrong, there are. But like most people, it's literally LT, RT. That's it. Just aim and shoot. I win, kind of thing, right? And then on top of that, when you die as well, you get this weird fucking desync thing. I don't think that has ever happened in any other beta. So why in this game do we have on this tech test? I don't know. Beta tech tests, they're kind of interchangeable to me personally. I don't really care, but I die and everything desyncs. It's really off-putting and disgusting to look at. Why is that a fucking thing? It should not be a thing. It's never been a thing. Why? Like Gears 4 doesn't have it. Gears 4 didn't have it. As far as I remember, Gears 3 definitely didn't have it, so why the fuck is that all of a sudden a thing? Like, were you just not fucking arsed to program it? Is this because of the kill cam coming in? Like, fuck your kill cam. If that's what's going to happen every time I die, yeah, I'd feel better watching the kill cam, because it just doesn't look as disconcerting to me. Like, it's fucking mental. Yeah, the walkers hip fire, yeah, and you die in one shot to them. Yeah, man, there's a bug on keyboard just where on occasion the roadie run button gets stuck and you simply run right into your enemy. No, I don't think that's a bug. I think that is actually with the changes to the roadie run and the shooting mechanics. There is a delay after roadie running, like when you can actually shoot. I felt it quite a lot. It's the same with wall bouncing as well. There's a weird delay, so like it kind of gets rid of updating a little bit, but it basically means, like, yeah, roadie running somebody, but then you have to stop. The animation has to finish. So like that, you're hunched over. It used to be like, you know, you stop, you can shoot like as you're coming up, but now it's you run. You have to wait till you stand up and then you can shoot. And changing that timing it can make or break the Nasher, and to me it breaks it entirely. It doesn't make it fun. Like, I cannot confidently push somebody in arcade with a Nasher because I run at them, they could just turn around and rev a chainsaw in the time it takes me to run up and just, you know, stand up. Like, it's stupid. Chainsaw rev time as well. I feel as though it is normalized across the games now, but I definitely feel like in this one it feels faster. I think Judgment might have been faster. I'm not too sure though. Ribbon system is broken too. It's too easy to get quads and quins. I've noticed that one. I can't remember what. I think it was. I got a triple. I had time to reload, turn around, check my back, turn back around, shoot a guy, and then jump up into like the juice bar on District, and then kill the other guy in there. I wasn't sure if that was just kind of like, okay, no, I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of in the zone. Maybe I did it really quick and everything, or it did take longer, so I wasn't too sure. So I just kind of rolled with it. Like, I didn't really matter. So when you pop shot, you lose the time to be more accurate. Lose to a downy fuck walker boy. Yeah, see, like, that's the thing is pop shotting is kind of back with like Ultimate Edition pop shotting is kind of back with this. It's good. I'm not against it being back. I'm quite happy with it. I did like Ultimate Edition and how the sniper handle and everything, so it's pretty good. So I feel like the sniper is back to like center screen aiming in a way. So you know, that's pretty awesome. Like it. I have no issues with it as well. But at the same time though, like if you're moving, like if you're roadie running and you go to pop shot, you're still gonna have that delay of I'm hunched over, have to stand up, now I can aim, or now I can pop shot, you know? Like that, it used to be like sprint up and shoot and sprint off again. Or like that, you know, do your montage roll or whatever the fuck you want, it doesn't really matter. But like, to me, it's, it's the timing changes that are really getting to me. Like, they don't really announce these, like, small little minute things, but, like, if you play enough Gears, you notice it very quickly and you pick up on it. It's fucking ridiculous. 1-3. Pop shotting, shoddy win all the time. See, like that, I'll get into pop shotting in a little bit as well, but I like the pop shotting in this. Sometimes I feel like the Nasher's a bit powerful with it, but again, that could just be coming from Gears 4, coming from the weak-ass fuck little Nasher that we have in that at times, to this game where, like, it's basically gone back to, like, Gears 3 kind of Nasher tuning, which is good. I'm much happier with the Nasher being more powerful, but I feel like the 6 bullets is pathetic. I think it should go back up to 8. I don't know why they've decided, like, hey, you know the Nasher? No, the way people love using, yeah, let's take away 2 bullets. Why? There's no fucking point. I can understand nerfing the Lancer. The Lancer is powerful. It is overtuned. Like, spawning with that thing, you don't need to pick up anything else. Not really. Then, like that, with losing the bullets in it, yeah, it kind of balances out, but, like, you can't, like, say, alright, so, say the Lancer now has 30 bullets. I'm actually not too sure how many bullets it has, but it has 30 bullets. So, yeah, we've taken away an extra 10 of your bullets, but we've also increased the damage by, like, 50 or 75%. Now it's balanced. It's not balanced. All you've given me is a fucking rifle that will down somebody no problem across the map. Like, if like, especially with mouse and keyboard, if you can aim and, like, tap fire, you can nail someone in the head, like, 2 or 3 times, then the other bullets can hit wherever, and it'll down them, no matter what distance. And that's wrong. Now, like that goes with the crosshair and the bloom and everything, so you kind of have to really get the timing down to reward that kind of accuracy and level of dedication to learn. But it is still one of those inherently flawed things, having the Lancer being that powerful. Like, the Lancer does the Retro's job better. The Lancer is more powerful than the Retro in close range. The Retro is supposed to be more powerful at close range than the Lancer, and the Lancer is supposed to be better for long-range engagements, so medium to long distances, whereas Retro is medium at tap fire, and, you know, full spray or full auto at close. So, what's the point in picking up Retro? What's the point in picking up an Enforcer? Hammerburst, you can argue the Hammerburst is better for long range, but, like, same. Lancer just wins everything. Like, the Lancer should be able to... It does drop people faster than they can come at you with a Nasher. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't like it. I've had situations where you're being pushed and you can't get kills, but apparently you've only loaded 3 shots. Yeah, that's to do with the active reloading. It's, the active reloading system, I haven't really tested it out too much, but the active reloading is wrong in this game. Even if I fuck up the reload, or if I just don't hit the active, why am I being penalized by losing bullets? I shouldn't. It's wrong. I understand, yeah, they want to reward the actives with damage boosts. That's fine, you get your damage boost. Why all of a sudden, though? Like, you've taken away 2 of the Gnasher's bullets, but then also, if I just miss an active when it doesn't even reward me damage, I'm losing another shot. So instead of having 8 shots, I now have 4 or 5. If I fuck it up, I might only have 3 shots, and I might not even notice. Like, why? Why is that a thing? It should not be a thing, and it's gonna really harm the game. I understand they don't want to give us the Gnasher where you can push people across the map with it, but at the same time, you can't just turn the Gnasher into, like, yeah, here's your 3-bullet cannon. Have fun. Like, it's stupid. It shouldn't be. The recoil is manageable. The recoil is very manageable. The aim assist definitely needs to go. People can't miss because the game, like, I've had it myself. I wish I kind of recorded it, but I've had instances where I'm aiming at someone with a Lancer, and I'm trying to move away from, like, I'm trying to move away from the guy in the back. Like, I'm locked onto the guy in the back, and there's some guy pushing up, and I actually physically cannot drag myself away from it. Like, it locks onto him. It's fucking ridiculous. And especially up in close range as well. Like, you can feel it drag if somebody runs around. Like, if you're aiming down on a guy, like, who's pretty close to you, and he strafes, like, it will drag you along. It's ridiculous. Aim assist should not be a thing. It's never been a massive thing in Gears. I think there was, like, a small little element of it for new players starting. That's it. There should be no aim assist whatsoever. I don't care if it just locks onto chest, but it's stupid. It should not be a fucking thing whatsoever anyway. Right, so, right, the crosshair changes. Personally, like the crosshair changes, although being very skeptical at first hearing them. Looking at the gameplay prior to actually playing the tech test, I thought they would throw me off, but playing it, I personally find them much better. The lack of bloom on the Boltok really makes me feel as though the gun is useful again. It's useful again. The long shot feels more pinpoint to me. And the Lancer. No, okay, hold on. No. Well, Bloom is still in the game. It's manageable by timing your shots correctly. Correctly with tap firing. Or burst firing. This keeps the Lancer Hammer Burst from being lasers at long ranges. At long ranges. Okay. Cool. No problem with that. Alright. Ping system. So the ping system I do like a lot because, like that, if we just tab it back into Gears here, alright, so go into the customization. The marks, having the marks, these different marks, fantastic addition. Fucking love it. So like that, you're playing with a friend or whatever, you know, your mate comes along and says, hey, there's two guys on ping, but your other teammates have also pinged 2 guys, so you have 3 pings, you have to ask which one. I need a better call out, so it could be on drop shot, it could be over on the sniper, it could be by spawn. So like that, having a team coordinated, so like that, say, I go with default circle, my friend's clubs, and another one is hearts. Like that, he can call, hey, 2 on hearts, you know, and like that just gives me an indication of, okay, yeah, so they're over on this side of the map as opposed to this side of the map with clubs or just another circle. So that's handy. I like it. I do like the new ping system. New marking system. Marking system. Okay, so love the new marking system. Having different marks for each team member be a massive benefit. Benefit for callouts. Callouts when playing with friends. And it can also help you know which teammate needs help. from seeing their pings. As this is noticeable in pre-game lobbies, in pre-lobbies, with the display beside their name, with their chosen mark display by their names. Our key bindings. Key bindings is another massive thing that I love. No, not mouse settings. Keybind. This is what Gears 4 was missing. Gears 4 literally just had one. That was it. It was fucking bullshit. Hated it. Did not like it. It's like, you know, if I wanted to move forward and everything, like, you know, if I decided, hey, I want to play on O, I couldn't. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, sorry, I can't use O or K. So, like, I could use K as well if I wanted to. The fact that Gears 4 limited me to only one key really annoyed me. So, like, I couldn't, like, I was trying to learn to do back shots and everything, and I had to remap backwards, like, you know, backward to my mouse button on 5, because, like, I used the Razer Naga, so I'm used to having the thumb grid, so I tried using that, but I found it was very off-putting, because I tend to hold it, and I just end up standing still like a fucking idiot, and it really annoyed me. So, like, having the option for these secondary keybinds, fantastic, absolutely love it now. So, like, evade, so like that, my roadie run is shift, take cover and mantle is space, and I have evade on 5, which is great. Walk is 8, fantastic. Crouch doesn't really affect you unless you're in cover, that's fine, no problem. Like that, shooting, aiming, reloading, it's all fantastic. One thing I will bash now in a minute though is the change of the bayonet charge up. So basically it's OR, it's a reload button. For some reason they sat there and said, like, hey, now the way chainsaw, bayonet, and retro charge has been B because they're melee actions, let's change it onto a reload button. Why the fuck would you change that onto your reload button? That is a completely pointless fucking thing. There's no reason to change the staple of, like, hey, hold B to chainsaw to, hey, hold your reload button to chainsaw. B is useless to you. Like, fuck off. B is literally my melee and vault. It's like, why shouldn't my rev chainsaw be F? Why shouldn't it be? Why do I have to go OR instead? And what happens if, you know, I fucking end up hitting off it accidentally, you know? That's just gonna mean, like, oh, I'm gonna reload instead. Or like that. You're so used to sitting there and getting into chainsaw battles or anything like that. And like that, you sit there and mash B and you're like, oh, wait, no, hold on. Or like that, you know, you fucking try even, like, retro charge someone and you just stand there and just, like, you know, swing your knife. It's like you're standing on the corner with a Nasher. I say, alright, don't worry, guys, I'm gonna charge him. I swing a knife. And it's like, oh, wait, no, fuck. Like, I know it sounds really stupid, but, like, those 2 seconds can mean the difference between his team spawning on his ass and coming out and ruining you, or you getting the kill and getting out. Like, it's ridiculous. Sorry, hold on. Hipfire is too OP, to be honest. You should be rewarded for aiming or pop shotting. Yes, and in all fairness, I feel like you are with the Nasher, but Lancer Hipfire is ridiculously strong. Sniper Bloom needs tweaking. Again, like, see, that depends on what you feel like. Like, I personally like the new Sniper. It feels a lot better and it feels a lot more accurate as well. Keybinds, yeah, so again, like, the keybinds have their issues as well. You're on the Razer mouse, scroll up macro is 1, scroll down 2, it doesn't work unless I hit shift. Your attack column. So you can't pocket snipe now. Alright, fair enough. Well, now, see, like that, I'm still running 1, 2, 3, and 4 for, like, my weapons and everything. I still have scroll, yeah, so, like, I still have scroll and everything as well. But, like, that, it all just comes down to, like, your own personal keybinds as well. I don't know if that would be a synopsis thing. Like, I haven't really checked it. Like, I'm not using, like, any macros or any changes or anything. But, yeah, next weapon, changing it to 1, like, that should work, like, no problem. Like, I don't see why it wouldn't. It's really weird. Like that, these changing your fortification stuff as well, that's interesting. It's like, there's a few bits and pieces, like, I'll get into it, but overall, I'm, like, quality of life of having the option of having secondary keybinds, so much better. Like, honestly, it's a godsend. Like, it is an absolute fucking godsend having secondary, having the option for secondary keybinds. It is phenomenal. I know this is only for PC. but it was a massive drawback of Gears 4 being unable to have multiple keys for same action. Such as roadie run. You know, it took the comfort out of the player. The comfort out of remapping keys for some players. And this is a great step in the right direction for ease of access to players on PC or looking to get into PC. Looking into getting on to playing on PC. Playing PC. One drawback of this, however, is the chainsaw / retro charge keybind change. Why would you take the melee action key and set it to your reload? Seems like an unnecessary and awkward change, considering every other Gears game before has used B or melee button, melee key, to rev the chainsaw or charge with your retro. The fact that we cannot remap this action is annoying and unnecessary. Fuck, I spelled that wrong. Did I? No, I didn't. No, did I spell that one? No, I spelled that one wrong. However, yeah, okay, give me a comma. No, one massive unknown word. How is keybind an unknown word? Alright, godsend. How is keybind an unknown word? No, why is NT of? Man, this Grammarly thing is shit. I thought, like, you know, it would help. Annoying and unnecessary. Alright, whatever, no problem. Check your tweets, look at pick 5. I'll check it in a minute. Once I do this little bit. So I can't remap is annoying and unnecessary. Controller remapping. No, this is the same for controller remapping. If possible, it would be amazing to see customizability for using a controller that can mirror key bindings in the sense that you can remap your actions to different buttons as opposed to different buttons to other buttons. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. I want to go check that now. So the controller mapping. So like that, my left stick is my right stick now. So right, left are now right. I don't see why it would be. Like my A button, I want that to be X. No. Yeah, X. Oh no, oh okay, sorry, no, I was looking at that wrong, sorry, my bad, no, right, so my A button is now X, and my X button is now A. Like, what is the point of doing that? There is no point. Cause like, if anybody is actually using any of the other control schemes, they're already used to it. So, what's the point in changing X to A and A to X? There's no point. There's zero. Like, I don't know why you would. Like, I guess if anybody holds the controller really weirdly, then perhaps that might be a little better. But like, even then, like, I have the Razor Spectre as well, so I've got like the extra paddles in the back and everything. So if I want D-pad up to map to this button, it won't go to the actual panel. It'll go to whatever key is mapped onto that button. So like I feel like it should definitely be like, this is a good foundation, but I feel like it could be worked on. It definitely could be, and like having different actions and everything, it's like that. Just give us key bindings list. Like, obviously stick, so like take away the movement aspect of it, you know, that's fine, like none of that matters. Except for roadie run, evade, take cover, and mantle. So if I wanted my roadie run on X and to still be able to take cover on A, why can't I do that? I think that would be a much better thing. So like, instead of sitting here, I have to press A to roadie run, evade, and mantle. I can take evade and just swap that onto X. I still like everything else about like the default control scheme, right? And I don't want to learn anything new, or like I don't want to learn all this like alternate or this tournament edition or like whatever fucking bullshit control schemes they have. I just want my evade to go on X, so I can have the advantage of alternate without having to change every single button on my controller. I think that would be a very good foundation to go, like, the key, like, again, the controller remapping, it's a very, very, very good thing. Like that, I might be looking at it wrongly, okay? So I might be looking at it as... Now, like that, if I was to take my control scheme, where is it? Controller, right? So my control scheme, yeah, let's show that. Alright, so like that, my control scheme, I could change, like, you know, like, this is shit. Like, why would I want to shoot with X? So then I could remap it back onto there. So like, maybe I'm looking at it a bit wrong, but like, I think most people who get onto Gears would play default. So I feel like just ditch the control schemes, keep your triggers, you can have fucking left-handed or you know, whatever, and then, you know, use your sticks. Right, so there's your sticks and all that kind of shit. But you should definitely be, like, I think there is a good foundation in it, so I'm happy enough with it, but it could definitely be better. So the controller remapping is, this could potentially lead to scrapping control schemes, allowing players to play with default or their own, yeah, their own button mappings. Or their own button mappings. As opposed to learning a new scheme. As opposed to learning a new scheme. So hold on, let me see. This is the same for controller mapping. I'll just stick it in. I use default. If you're curious. Okay, yeah, so I feel happy with that. Wait, what? Where's that thing? Oh yeah, okay, that's fine. See, why is this? Oh, sorry, no, yeah, no, yeah, it'd be amazing to see customizability for using. Yeah, okay. Yeah, what? No, no, this Grammarly thing is terrible for this shit. Am I able to extend this? That's better. Cool stuff. Hey, Unicorn, what's up, man? Hold on, Arky, I'll go check your tweet now. So you said pick 5. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you have it all like remapped and everything, different kind of shit and everything. Like, and you know, that's fine. Like, that's fine using like all your different things and everything, but like, it's still, I feel as though, like, it is a tech test. They might flesh it out a little bit more coming up to the release and everything, but like, tech test, they should have most of this groundwork done and dusted. But they don't. There's a couple things in it that is just wrong, and it shouldn't be. Sorry, hold on, I need to pull up Streamlabs again. Expand. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, no, yeah, you just missed the entire... if you weren't here for it, I just went on an entire rant about, like, that keybind changing just being utter bollocks, and I don't know why they decided to do it, because throughout history of Gears, your melee button has always led to chainsaw and bayonet. I don't know why all of a sudden they said, like, hey, we're going to bind it to your reload button, have fun. It's bullshit, it should not be a thing. And the fact I can't remap that keybind from... like, even, like, there is no action. There is none. Like, there's nowhere that says, like, yeah, chainsaw bayonet like that. Melee volt, I would assume that is chainsaw. No, my chainsaw is reload for some reason. But there is nothing here that says melee, chainsaw, charge. None. There's nothing. This needs to go. If they wanted to be changeable, they have to make it changeable. But they should not stick it on to RB or R for no fucking reason. It's bollocks. I personally like the new sniper reticle. It's a lot better. Yes, melee feels a lot less funky as well. It feels a lot faster, although I think the stun needs to come out of it. You have to hit TACCOM to swap. Yeah, no, I like, again, I can see that being very annoying. I know for myself, like, now see, like that, my entire playstyle for every game goes back to the roots of World of Warcraft, because I got the Naga and learned key bindings with the Naga, so like I use one to equals, or yeah, 1 to equals on everything. So like even on Siege, my keybinds look really weird. It's like, yeah, like my lean is 7 and 9, and people are like, how do you reach 7 and 9 on the keyboard? It's like, no man, it's the mouse. Like I was telling Tonk about it as well, and like that he's only gotten, he plays Siege with it, and that's the only game he really uses the keybinds for. So he's only used to 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like anything after that is too low. And like he just doesn't like it. I can't remember if he's using like the smaller mouse. Like, I'm using the Razer Naga Trinity. Is it? Yeah, the Trinity one. So like I think it's slightly bigger than the one that he has. I think he's just using the Razer Naga. So like again, it comes down to your personal preference. Is it more just movement? Movement feels different. Movement feels different. It's a bit like Gears 4 where it feels fluid when it works, but after that, it's clunky. I don't know, movement's a bit weird. I'll have to actually like see about it now. She's like, go 2, go 1, 2. Yeah, see, it kind of does as well. And like, I think getting used to the animations as well is a big thing as well. Like, where's the settings? Performance, there it is. So like, I just have it on performance because I'm having really weird issues with the Windows update and running this game. But like, I have no I have no issue with having, like, you know, the best things and everything. Like, the animations are really good. I like it, but like, again, I'm just having issues, so I'm sticking with performance. But like, I have a 2080 Ti. Like, if you type in !specs into the chat there, you can see my computer specs and everything, and I should not be struggling to get 90 or 100 frames on my computer, but here I am struggling to get it. Like, even if I drop it all down, I still struggle for frame rate, weirdly enough. So I feel though, like, having, like, it, for me, I've discovered it is the Windows update that has fucked it for me, and I'll be rolling back after this beta closes and then reinstalling it for next weekend and everything, so it's a pain in the ass. But yeah, see, like, you're getting 90 on a 1060, I'm getting 90 on a 2080 Ti. Like, I shouldn't be on par with you. I should be blasting out 144 easily, because like I have a capped at 144. Gale 4 PC, no, Gears 4 had issues with the 10 series cards. So like the 10X cards, it just had issues with them, and I don't know what the fuck happened with it. And the drives were all over the place. Like, they obviously hit a point where they went, alright, look, fuck it, we're just gonna ignore it, like, whatever, just fucking move on. They weren't gonna spend any more time on it, which is a joke, and they shouldn't have done. Gears 4, I get 144 easily when I'm not streaming. If I stream or record or anything, then it might dip down to about 130. But even then, like, with come on, what is it? Even then, with it though, it's still the Windows update. Like, I did my testing during the week and everything, and the Windows update, like the version 1903, is giving me massive desktop stuttering and everything. It's a fucking joke. Also, no, it depends what settings is he playing on. Like, is he playing on like medium or anything, or is it like ultra? Because like ultra, yeah, 2070 should be able to hit ultra, no problem. No, I don't have any issues with Gears 4 because my card doesn't have the same issues as well, so like it's handy. because it's the 20 series as opposed to the 10 series, and they just have issues with the 10 series, so I have to see about it and everything. But like that, no. Overall, I don't exactly have issues. Sorry, just drop that. Give myself more space. Hold on. I can't even just tab that in. Oh, that's annoying. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Back slightly. Okay, that's fine. No, it didn't. No, that's way too much. Yeah, let's just take a chunk like that. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, so now that's grand. What else? No, PC does need a whole lot of love. It really does. The melee is... It feels like Judgment's melee. It's a lot quicker. Like that, I haven't actually... I don't utilize melee all that much, but from what I've seen, apparently it stuns as well, so kind of like 2 pieces in. And there is a way, if you look up Kratos Nismo on YouTube, he has a tutorial on basically how you can stun somebody and get a free reaction shot kill on them with mouse and keyboard really easily. You can also do it on controller as well, but it has to be a little bit more set up. They can only be on your left or right, whereas PC, like, they can be behind you because you can flick much easier. I think it is a lot faster. I think it's a bit of a joke. It shouldn't be that quick. I'm not sure if it's I'm not sure if it's 2 or 3 hits to put you down, but if they're going to speed it up, it has to be 3 hits. If they're going to leave it as a 2-shot, then they have to slow it back down. And there has to be like some kind of recovery on it. Keybind, fine, no problem. Okay, no, menu accessibility. Menu accessibility. Jesus Christ, thank you. The menu feels much less cluttered. It is much less cluttered, especially with customization. I spelled that wrong, didn't I? Customization? Yeah. Oh, especially with the customization. Okay, fine, Grammarly. Fine, dick. Alright, so especially with the customization. Now, what I mean with the customization here, right, is Gears 4 was shocking for us. I click into characters and I had the launch characters, but then I had like Kate, Color Blast Kate, Esports Kate, Black Kate, Yellow Kate, fucking what. I had like 17 Kates. I don't need 17 Kates. This is perfect. I have Armored Kate. There's one Kate, and then I have the skins. Fucking thank you. They took a page from Judgment and put skins in with the character. It is so much better. I'm fucking delighted with it. The emblems, yeah, getting custom emblems for everything, that's better. Like, these are essentially your emblems, alright? So your banners, I love it. That's perfectly fine. Fucking delighted with it. These expression things, again, monetization, don't really care all about it. They're just looking for ways to make money and everything. Although, this shit definitely needs to be changed a little bit. It needs to be changed, like, in the sense that, like, you know, at the end of the lobby, when you finish the game, it doesn't just go like, thanks, and you're just stuck there, like, looping this over. It needs to be like, if you've ever seen Call of Duty World War II, like, it has the top 3 players, and they basically have their 4 emotes or celebrations that they have, and you press, like, 1, and I'll say thanks, and then I can press 4, and, you know, it'll do that again, and then stop the animation. So that way, if I have a quick animation like, thanks, and then, like that, I might be able to, like, do a flex or something after, or, you know, like, any of that bollocks, sit, stand, you know, whatever. See, I don't know, because, like, I haven't seen anybody using the emote. There's no key bindings for it. But, like, it's at the end of the lobby. It just feels though like it's random. It's either like thanks and just stand there, or like that your character's just stuck there just doing this constant kind of thing and everything. So, like, it depends. I think people will use it, especially when we get a lot more of them. And like that, I think they could get some really creative ones. But the way they're going about it at the moment, they're pointless. They are just fucking useless. I think they should have voice lines that they could use for, like, multiplayer as well. It's like you can get, like, if you look at Rocket League or whatever, like, you know, you press, like, fucking Y, and then you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, and like that, it can either be thanks, need, cover me, or like, you know, just these stupid little call out kind of things, you know. I think that would be better. We're like, they haven't really put it in all that well, so I can't really test it all that much, but like I like it, and like that you can have different ones for like everyone. So like, you know, Dell can be like just Phoenix Omen. Like, that's great. Like, JD, I can decide, like, hey, JD's decided, you know, his legions of swarms. Like, you know, different customization, so I'm not just stuck with the one emblem, even though I have, like, 20 of them that I like, you know? So, really handy. I do like it. It's good. So, yeah, no, like that. Just the accessibility for everything is so much better. I think it would be nice if they put in, like, a red tester. Just invert the color scheme for the swarm as well, rather than, you know, blue, because I do kind of like the thing as well. And then on top of that, I do like the swarm voices as well. The fact like they have different voices, you know, like it's nice. They sound different. Like I love the Grendir's voice. The Grendir's voice is fucking cool. Gratitude. Love the Hunter. It's fucking cool. You know, like the drone's just the drone. Like, they sound cool. They do. And, like, the Scion as well. Actually, I don't know. I haven't heard the Scion in a while. Yeah, he's more kind of, like, growly. Yeah, the Swarm Hunter, like, again, like, they all sound really cool. Like, I do like that they're more individual now. It's just not like, oh, yeah, here's a drone in, you know, Grendir form. Here's a drone in Hunter form. Like, you know, they feel distinct as well. It's like, they feel a lot better. I think that's going to play in with the whole... you know, the armor plating and everything that they have on them. Like, we're going to see how that happens. Now, like that, it's... This one thing, I'm just going to put it on record now, is... Where are my options? Shit, no options. Is that I called us going back to the New Hope Research Facility from Gears 2, where the Sawyers are, with Niles. And... Where is... Brightness? This shit here. This shit, that... Remember, you have to fight all the tickers and shit? While you have that bomb, that is the vault that you blow open. That is the New Hope Research Facility. And I called this ages ago when Kate said she wanted to go back to where it all began. And if you know the lore, then yes, New Hope Research Facility is where the Locust originated from, and where Mira originated from as well. She was a daughter of one of the scientists, and she took pity on those being tested for their lambency and being experimented on and everything, and she led them down into the hollow from Mount Kadar, when she was a little older, and then they evolved into the Locust, and she just kind of became the queen because they saw her as like their savior and everything. And then if you haven't seen it as well, no, not quit, if you benchmark this, Razor Hail is back as well, so it's definitely placing us up. The only place we ever saw Razor Hail was New Hope Research Facility, so we're definitely heading back up there, and we're going up towards like Mount Kadar and everything. The Vault in Gears 2, fighting against... That was after, yeah, so after you kill the Riftworm, Hoffman drops you off the Centaur, and then the Delta Squad drive up to the New Hope Research Facility, and Baird has to make his repairs and shit, and he stays outside with Cole, whereas Marks and Dom go off and investigate shit. Yeah, it was, yeah, after, so that's the one. Need more colorblind options? Some of your teammates are colorblind. Okay, yeah, so, like that, for me, colorblind options, I don't know anything about colorblindness. I'm not colorblind, I just have poor eyesight, which hence the glass in them, but I'm not actually colorblind. Like, look at this shit, like, average frame rate, like, my average frame rate should not have been, like, 40 there, it should not have to climb. Like, the fact that I'm only averaging 100 frames on Ultra, there's something wrong with Windows. But like that, here's the Razor Hail, so you can see that shit, and that is the only place we've ever seen it, is Mount Kadar, New Hope Research Facility. Fucking, I called it, I'm delighted. Fuck everyone else who ever says anything. Like, I don't know where this is. This might actually be the research facility. I don't know. Like, so much has changed in it. Like, you haven't got a fucking clue. Like that, the two doors back there. That could be an entrance into it. Like, remember the big courtyard? It could be a fucking place. Like, there's some breakdown here as well. Not that you see, like, a big chunk of them come off the sides. Yeah, up there. That. See? Like that? I don't know what that is. Haven't got a clue. But like, look at this shit. This is not fucking good. Like, for some reason, my GPU is just fucking murdered here. Where is speed? Yeah, like, the fuck is this shit? Like, this bollocks. It should not be a fucking thing. I don't know why my rig would conceivably struggle with this. It's such bollocks. Again, yeah, like that, the facility would be a lot bigger. Now, like that, we went through a lot of it, and like, it goes underground. it covers a wide area as well, but like from what you see on the outside, like basically, right, so take my phone, right, so you come in here, right, and then you enter the facility here, and we explore all down here, but we only really ever, and like that, we go in here, but then when we come back out, we literally come back out here and walk around. That's it. So like basically all we saw of the facility was that on the outside. So we don't know how big it is, but I guarantee you it is a massive facility as well. So there's a lot of wiggle room for it, and I think it will be really interesting to go back to. Oh, sorry. We get back onto this now. Thank you very much for the follow there, Roasted Sandshrew. Thank you very much, man. Let me just go off and reset that follower. Smashing! Those follower goals out. You're doing well. Where is it? There we go, follower goal. Excellent, man. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Whether you're lurking or, you know, if you want to get involved, by all means, get involved. Convince me that this game is good. Because I am tearing this apart in a little bit. I'm trying to start off somewhat nicely. But, honestly, we know that is just going to go absolutely fucking haywire. Anyway, right, so, menu accessibility. The fact that I don't have 20 JDs, Kates, and whoever else is fantastic. We took the great customization out of Judgment, took the great accessibility of Judgment's customization and cleaned up the menus a whole lot. Definitely a step in the right direction. Now, hold on. One thing I did want to check, though, was very quickly the filters. Are there filters? There are. Yes, filter, F2. Yeah, ownership, crafting. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, the filters are definitely much better. So, like, craftable, you know, legendaries and all that kind of stuff, and then series, like, you know, fantastic. I would still like to see filters for, like, just filtering out new stuff. So, I like the new filters as well, but I would also appreciate a tab that lists anything new to clear up any symbols, as I know hunting them out, especially when you have a lot of skins and such, is frustrating. This was especially annoying in 4. In Gears 4. Cute game? No! My headset's cute as fuck. It's the Gamer Girl headset. Don't you worry, that she'll be making an appearance very soon, maybe. I don't know, probably. See, we can't actually go back to Jacinto. You have to remember, Jacinto was sank into the hollow, so Jacinto was flooded. So, you can't exactly go back to Jacinto, considering it's underwater. And like that, I know a lot of people say, like, oh, can we bring back other maps and everything? And like that, I'd love to have runes come back. And like that, yeah, the argument is like, oh, it's underwater, it's stupid. Like, it could have drained. Like, yeah, like that, Jacinto could have drained, but I don't think having an entire city plateau falling into the hollow being very explorable, in all fairness. So, like, it would be very iffy, and I don't think they will. River is a fan favorite, but can you imagine River on this game with the current state of the rifles? It's like you literally spawn in, you die. That's it. Like, there's no getting out of spawn. They would have to rework it severely to cover you in spawn. Like, it's just an unbalanced map, the way Gears is now developed. So there's no point in River coming back whatsoever. Like that, even Gears 2, it was unbalanced. Because I don't think spawn protection was a thing. I don't remember it being that big of a thing. And you literally got up to you literally got up to the sandbags, and if someone was in the house, you can't go up. You have people answering you from, you know, across the river and everything. It was just a horribly imbalanced map, so like it would need a lot of reworking to do. Yes, I think the rifles are exceptionally overpowered. There's literally no point in bringing anything else. Chosen. Change the phrasing. No, I think I just missed that. There we go, yeah. That had an extra space, and that keybind's just an unrecognized word for some reason. No, kids, doesn't matter. Especially evident in Gears 4. Another alternative would to be implement an option that when ticked will wipe out all current new symbols. The only game I know of this is on For Honor. The only game I have seen with this option is For Honor. Okay, so menu accessibility, cool, no problem. Sound. Yeah, see, no, again, like, it worked well in Gears 2, but see, you have to remember, like, the TDM in Gears 2 was Guardian. And if you, basically, if your Guardian was trapped, if your leader was trapped in one of the houses, like, say, if he was trapped up in Torque or Snipe, the team just had to have one guy sitting out there, or like that, 2 or 3, and like that, just fight. But like the second somebody watching him, the second he moves, literally say like, yeah, just turn around, shoot the leader, keep him in there, and you could just farm the team all you wanted for XP. Like, it was horribly imbalanced. But it was once you pass low side, yeah, like again, like I know River is a fan favorite. People will fight to the death for it as well. I just feel like with the current state and the way Gears is going, bringing River out as it was would be a disaster. Nobody would play River. It would ruin what River is, so they need to really rework it if they're going to bring it out for what Gears is now currently. Feel the recoil for Hammerburst or Enforcer a little hard to control? Not really. Honestly, I've had no issues controlling the recoil. The Hammerburst, I feel, fires far too quick and does far too much damage, and the Bloom is fair, but again, like, if you tap fire and you're able to get the time down, that thing will shred. Enforcer, it shreds if you aim on them. Like, it will literally, like, the Enforcer is garbage now. It was decent in Gears 4 for what it did, but it just, the Lancer and the Gnasher did both jobs better. Like, why would you take an Enforcer over a Gnasher for close range combat, and why would you take an Enforcer over a Lancer for long range combat? There was no point, so the Enforcer was just useless. Now though, with the Enforcer, it is a fucking pathetic gun. It is absolutely horrible. It takes the entire clip to down one person, and even then, like, if you're even a couple feet away, you are going to struggle to actually kill them while they're down. It is fucking ridiculous. You can burn through 2 mags trying to kill one person. It's fucking stupid. See, honestly, I don't know about maps. I don't really want to think about maps at the moment. I would actually have to sit down and bring up an entire list for it as well, because like like, I remember most of the maps, and I think a good few of the maps could come back and everything. Like, Gold Rush was a fun map. It was a bit imbalanced with the spawns and the way that worked, so if they actually dragged the spawn up much further, then it'd be much better for the team getting out. But again, like, you just have like 2 guys sit up top with Lancers, and that's your team just stuck, especially with the way Gears is now, with everything being respawns. So Gold Rush could be a very good map for it. I always enjoyed Gold Rush. Ruins, I think Ruins was always a very good and balanced map as well. I thought it was a fantastic map. I don't see why that wouldn't be an option. Pavilion was a great map as well, if they open up the double doors, maybe, but at the same time, they could keep them closed as well, so I don't know. Fuel Depot came back. I don't know if you want Fuel Depot again. What was the other one? Fuel Station. I like Fuel Station. Tyro Station has to stay out of the game. Gridlock needs to stay out of the game. Jacinto, I feel like Gears 2 Jacinto might be better. But again, like, I don't know. It's very hard. I don't really want to get all into it. Flood was a great one as well. Nowhere. Day 1 was another good one as well. I think that's a cool map that I'd like to see come back as well. But like, again, like, it all depends. I'd actually I might do a stream where I sit down and look at all the maps and kind of like pick them apart and see what could be like a good idea to come back and everything. But like, I don't want to get like too into it. It's one of those things. Stace is a horribly imbalanced map. Especially like with Gears 5. No, it's too imbalanced. It'd be a really bad map to bring in. Alright, so moving away from, you know, maps and everything. You guys feel free to sit down there and fucking discuss your maps and everything, but I'm gonna keep going with this. Wait, did I spell that wrong? Wait, where the fuck is implement? Wait. Ah, whatever. Okay, yeah, so there are menus. You going for a walk or? Okay. Alright, no problem. Would you actually mind picking up the orange juice? Cool. And will you bring down the bag with the pizza shit? Just throw it in the bin. Thanks, bro. Alright, see you in a bit. New Omen I don't like. I need an option to get rid of it. I fucking despise the Omen. It's a piece of shit and it needs to go. I do not like it. Alright, so what's next then? So customization is fine. Expressions. And, you know, just as a quick side note. Not sure how I feel about expressions. No, you know, no, we'll talk about expressions, right? So, expressions. Not sure how I feel about expressions. They seem very pointless, as they are just kind of tacked on as a monetization monetization option. For pointless end screens. Hope to see it improved on with something of the likes of COD World War II, where you can use multiple favorites or selected celebrations or emotes on the end screen to reward playing well. Reward higher scored players. I don't know, I feel as though that's a really weird wording for it. Well, like, again, I need to take the muffs off, because, like, yeah, you hear a bit and everything, but, like, I still have music playing, so kind of music and her talking, like, I just want to clear it up as much as I can. It's like, you know, I got 2 ears for hearing, but I got music blasting. You gotta remember that. Minimap where people playing before tech test is the only escape. Yes, I don't know about the minimap. I'm not ripping into anything that's not on the tech test. So I don't know. Like, again, like when the game comes out, we can see and everything, but like there needs to be changes to, you know, certain things. Yeah, again, like I have two. Alright, I got my ears, my main ears, but then I have music blasting in these ears. So, you know, calm down. It's hard being a cat boy or cat girl or whatever. I'm not from Area 51. I've evaded Area 51 so far, thankfully. Okay, right, so that's expressions out of the way. So yes, I forgot to mention, like, you know, some things, you know, improve the conversation in some way. I feel as though this will actually improve, like I'm making my points, like, known, as opposed to, like, sitting here and just going, like, oh, Coalition, you're shit, can't make a game, you're all fucking idiots. Like, I feel as though this is much more, like, being... It's improving. And like that, I know I'm talking shit about them and everything, but constructive criticism is welcome. Okay? Criticize the ideas, not people. That's what I'm doing. Like, you know, I'm not like, I am kind of ranting, but, like, with this actual post, it's not a rant. I'm not attacking them. These are my opinions on it as well. So, like, I feel as though this is a good way of going about things, anyway. And I just want to make these clear. I just want to have them... Or no, will I do them in bold? I think doing them in bold is better. Yeah, expressions. No, I need the S. No, I need the S. Yeah, so I'll just leave all headings in bold. That means I can actually just get rid of these. And keyboarding marking system. Or life improvements. Okay, so again, this is all my quality of life improvement section. So I think we're doing fairly well at the moment. You saw my deny. Oh, thank you. I mean, I never got my team invite, so I understand. Like, it's fine. I get it. Like, not everybody really wants me for the team. Again, don't really mind. So, like, I'm just glad that you saw it. I'm glad you enjoyed it as well. Some people sponging in the tech test. See, no, hit markers. That's what I want to talk about next. Or no, will I leave hit markers? No, hit marks are quality of life. Hit markers. No. Okay, hit markers. Fantastic. Alright, yeah, that's fine. So hold on, maybe I'll change marking into pinging. Pinging system. Oh boy. I think I'll talk about the TACCOM as well. Yes, TACCOM. Alright, so the hit markers. Picking up Gauss streamers. Well, I wouldn't exactly say I'm a Gears streamer. To be fair, like I'm only kind of getting back into it. I still want to figure out what I actually want to do. But like, see, like, okay, right. Alright, just take a quick break from this, right? See, basically what happened with Gears is we fucked up badly, okay? So, like, take Essence, right? Essence, biggest team, you can't deny it. They have the most subscribers and they have the most reach. But what they didn't do is they didn't branch. They basically stuck with, no, we just got to keep putting out, like, the same clips over and over and over. It's, no, man, that's bad. That was bad. Like, they had the reach and they didn't utilize it. Now, it's one of those things of, you know, should have been pushing streaming and everything. They picked it up over the years, but back when I was still in the team, we should have been doing it. Like, I was already doing it on my own as well, and like they basically ignored a massive potential. Like they could have grown, they could have expanded so much more. Like we had Essence Halo, Essence COD as well. At one stage, they both got disbanded because Mumu didn't like it, and they were a potential audience we could have reached, but we didn't because we didn't stream. We only put out montages, and it's not enough. So, like that, they fucked up on that, and like that when I know Avenge was looking to do it as well. When I got kicked, I don't want to sound big or anything, but I had a couple of people asking me like, "Hey man, do you want to join this team? Do you want to join that team?" And like one of them was Avenge, and I said like, "Look, I'm not going to join Avenge. I cannot maintain your standards. I cannot hit clips. I'm not a fucking montager. I'm very bad. I have very subpar clips. I have subpar outplays that I pass off as clips more than anything else. I'm a consistent clutcher and that's it." But they said no. They wanted me for my personality and because they're looking to branch out into making other content as opposed to just montages. Avenge had the right idea. They had the right idea. I feel Avenge would have done so much better if they had the reach that Essence did. Essence fucked up. And they ignored it. They shouldn't have, but they fucked up entirely, and they've really crippled themselves, their own growth, and the Gears community by being so selfish with it and just saying, no, we're going to stick with what works. It's like, that's not really going to help. Like, I remember when I was, when I was streaming Gears 3 regularly, like, again, I don't want to sound big or anything, but I feel as though having, like, a consistent 20 viewers on weekends was fantastic for a Gears player. And it was great. It was just a couple friends. Then we did full. Like Saturday was like a try-hard day. It was myself and Tonk. We were going for clutches, going for clips, and everything. That was fine. And then Sunday was like, oh yeah, I'll do open lobbies and we'll do all this kind of shit. Play with viewers and all that kind of stuff. Essence is really big because of the Mexican community, basically, or not the Mexicans, but like the Latino community being very big on shotguns and all that kind of stuff. And wall bouncing being another thing as well. Just a lot of things went right for them, and because Nasher clips are much easier to get than super montage clips, so they could just put out more content, so it kind of got recognized a lot more, and it just kind of worked in Essence's favor, but that was about it. Branching out, leader of denying, girlfriend doing deny branching out work. Yeah, see, like, again, like, getting Siege, getting COD, Battlefield, and everything like that'd be fantastic. Like, but see, it's very hard to get a Siege team going. Like, I'd love to get involved in, like, doing Siege kind of thing and everything, but I'm not a fragger, I'm more of a support player. Like, I'm not a fragger, I'm more of a support player. I'll hold angles, no problem and everything, but I feel as though I could do really good in, like, coaching or being an in-game leader. I keep track of a lot that happens on the map, but that is a role I've never really done before, and it would require some getting used to as well. But I would love to get involved in, like, some kind of, like, Siege thing as well. Oh, right, okay, hold on. Okay, right, so, hit markers. Very good improvement, even though I felt it was pointless and very intrusive. Intrusive to what Gears is, as it was never done before. Also, I want to talk about kill cams. Okay, so they are beneficial in knowing what lands and what doesn't. This can help with guns that have bloom. Blooms such as Lancer Hammerburst, but also with Sniper, or also with Longshot, sorry. Longshot, Torque, Longshot and Torque, hold on. Longshot, Torque, Boltok. I'm not sure if we get these hit markers for explosives, just dealing damage. Spelled dealing wrong there. Just dealing damage, not killing people. Yeah, so like that, it would be nice to know about that, because like, again, like sometimes you shoot a boom shot and it just does no damage to them, it just completely misses them. That was very apparent in Ultimate Edition, and it was very frustrating to shoot a boom shot at someone, and like, you know, like they get stunned and everything, they come up or whatever, you shoot them, think, ha, you're dead, and whatever, and your boom shot just did no damage to them. It's fucking ridiculous. New reload, yeah, the reloads as well is wrong. I'll stick that down as well. So, reloading. Now, like that, like while I am sitting here and I am giving my own thoughts and everything, I don't mind yous coming out with things as well. So, like, by all means, if you want me to talk about something and give my thoughts on it, no problem. Like, I'll run back through the list as well, every so often. But like that, you know, we have crosshair, pinging, keybinds, menu accessibility, expressions, hit markers, kill cams. It feels like kill cam could go in gameplay actually. Yeah, no, it can definitely go in kill cam or in gameplay. Alright, so gameplay, right? Alright, this shall be our gameplay section. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, so hit markers should be the last quality of life thing that I can think of at the moment. I can always come back and re-add it as well. Like, yeah, see, like, okay, Arky, so, like, I know, like, the list is long. But I am very opinionated on this game. Because it is... Like, you need to be constructive with it. And, like, I would rather give them this massive list that they can sit down and run through. But, same time, there's no point in me screaming at them like, hey, man, your game sucks! what's the point? Like, it's not constructive, so, like, I'm picking apart, giving my opinions on it and everything, and seeing, like, hey, what do you think you can do about this? So, like, even if all this gets ignored, but they change the key binding for the chainsaw, I will be fucking ecstatic. I will love it to bits. So, yeah, hit markers. Not sure if we get these hit markers for explosive, just dealing damage or not. These hit markers are also a great help with the Gnasher. In regards to being able to see how much of my spread hit an individual, and if I am being accurate or not. This is helpful with pulling off maneuvers. I fucking spelled that one wrong. No, come on. No! Yeah, maneuvers such as reaction shots, pop shots, back A's, etc., etc. I want to talk about the movement as well. So, my opinion on the new escalation is interesting. I think the mode has potential, right? So, the way they've gone about it now is... it feels it'd be a lot better when you're playing with a team. But again, tech test, I have got fucking idiots on my team who don't know what they're doing. Like, like, you'd want to play it with the squad. I think it is very good. I do like the respawns. The respawns are pretty cool in it as well. It's difficult to kind of really judge. Like, people are still getting used to it. It's, oh, why can't I just place a drop shot here? Like, you know, you have to upgrade it and do all that kind of stuff and everything. So it's a little different, but it's definitely worth it. I do like the changes. One thing I would say about it, though, is it definitely feels like it is one of those modes now you need your full team communicating. If you have randoms with you, you're at a massive disadvantage. Gears 4, you can kind of have a random or two with you and it's fine, you know, it's just, hey, just go cap a hill, that's it. Like, same principle in escalation, but you still have the respawns to consider. Like, you have to learn when to take, like, a tactical loss and just say, like, hey, just save your respawn, it's fine. But I haven't actually looked all too much into it. I'm not sure if lives reset every single round or you get one life at the end of every round. So, like, you know, if you only have one life in the round it ends, do you then start the next round with 2 lives? I'm not too sure. If you can tell me that would be fantastic. But like that, it's the mechanics are better. I do like it. It feels a lot more competitive, and I like the way they're going with it. But it is definitely taking away from the more casual player base as well. Like it's adding a lot of layers that somebody just jumping into Gears is not going to get. And I will talk about help videos. Help videos could go quality of life, couldn't it? Definitely feel like these would be quality of life. Alright, so we'll discuss help videos. Boot camp. Boot camp, boot camp, boot camp. Alright, so we also have boot camp. No problem, swell. As a montage for Sniper 2 minutes and Team Deathmatch is retarded. Yeah, like the weapon respawns are fucking ridiculous. They need to do something about the solo versus stack team. Definitely 1 minute in Gears 4 was long, ran out of respawns. Now it's even worse. The training grounds is a great start tutorial wise, though. Yeah, now see, like that, it's like I'll be going into the boot camp as well now in a second. It again, like wall bouncing is like I don't see that being a commonplace thing for people to pick up the game and just know immediately. Like it is, like Gears is a very complex game. Like on the surface, yeah, you take cover, you shoot people, that's it. Like, but it's very complex. There are certain maneuvers, like you know, like I don't think like boot camp. Like I'm happy with boot camp giving you the bare basics, and then if you get into the game and learn, because like I still feel like Gears should have this very high skill ceiling, and to basically Gears 3 had this super high skill ceiling. You had to really learn how to play that game, but then Gears 4 lowered it and lowered it and lowered it, and it's pathetic. And Gears 5 has the lowest skill ceiling I've ever seen in a fucking game for Gears. Yeah, you could argue, like, oh, Ultimate Edition Gears 1 was just two-piece. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, fair enough. But, like, if you could aim with a sniper, you could ruin those people. If you were good at the game, you could evade that, no problem. So, like, it's a bit difficult. I do like Boot Camp, but I feel like it should, like, explore a few extra bits. Alright, so this is a great addition to the game to introduce new players to the basics of the game. While I imagine there being a similar tutorial mission, or bootcamp may be the tutorial mission. Sorry, no, great addition. While I imagine there is a similar tutorial mission, maybe the tutorial mission in the full release. Thought some of the banter between Dell and Bear is pretty good. Yeah, see, like it introduces the characters as well, but I definitely feel like I feel like Dell's going to be developed a lot more. Baird's has basically become Tony Stark, and I think Baird's going to die in this campaign, and I'm going to be really heartbroken about it. It's either going to be Baird's going to die or Cole is going to sacrifice himself to save Baird, and it's going to be really fucking annoying. So like, yeah, it's very good. It introduces us to Dell, it introduces us to Baird, and it gives you the basic fundamentals of the game. Like, no other Gears game has sat there and go like, hey, yeah, take cover here, but then people sit there, turn around, and they start taking shots from somewhere else, and like, oh, what do I do? Like, no other game has told you, like, yeah, if you're getting shot from here, you can move. You know, so like, it's one of those things. It's very nice to give you the basics in the full release of Gears 5. For returning players, you should have the option to skip this if you have played Gears of 4. I think that's fair to argue. Like, if you played Gears of War 4 on your gamer tag or on your Xbox account associated. Sorry, if you played Gears of War 4 on the gamer tag that you're playing Gears 5 on, I think you should have an option to skip bootcamp. Or if you have played the campaigns tutorial. Mission plus a chapter. And a chapter. However, leave it as highly recommended to play. Jeez, I can't spell. Oh, no. That should be small. No, should be a big one. Should be a big bitch. There you go, big bitch. I know, yeah, it's one of those things. I don't want Baird to die, but they will not have the balls to kill Marcus. Marcus had his close death. This is more about Kate's story, and I think Baird's story as well, because Baird created the DBs, and as we saw towards the end of Gears 4, that the Swarm are able to control the DBs and take them onto their side. So it feels as though Baird is going to be programming the DBs to fight against them. They're going to end up losing all of Baird's like army and everything, and then basically Baird's going to have to sacrifice himself to wipe out the DBs so that they only have to fight the Swarm, or Cole is going to save Baird and Cole is going to die. They don't, yeah, no, Marcus can't die. Marcus can't die until the next game. That's it. Like, Marcus should be safe until Gear 6 entirely. If they kill off Marcus, then yeah, Yeah, I think the franchise is done then, because I don't think JD, Kate, and Del are strong enough to continue the series without Delta. Delta are just too iconic and too synonymous with Gears as well. Mark's dying peacefully. I feel as though that's not what he would want. He doesn't do well with civilian life, and I think that's very evident because after basically after Gears of War 3, himself and Anya sat down, they had JD, and they looked happy from the trailer midnight, I want to call it, whichever one it was, and like, he looked happy at the start, but then JD and Marcus, they do not get along. Obviously Marcus is still a soldier at heart, like, it's the only thing that he knows, and he wasn't a loving father to JD. I think he was a bit harsh on him. He was loving in his own way, like, I'm sure he didn't beat the shit out of him or anything, but I think it caused a strain on himself and, like, Anya and his relationship, because they had a relationship through war, and obviously having nobody to fight would have been great for a while, but after that, like, Marcus would have started getting a lot more irritated. He could have had PTSD and all this kind of stuff, and suffered from a lot of basic withdrawal symptoms of, all of a sudden, he has a completely new life. Because, like that, imagine you're you, but then tomorrow you wake up in a completely different world. Like, you wake up in the middle of Afghanistan, you're just in the war and everything. Like, you were going to panic, you're not going to just ease into it, like, easily. And like, it's the same with soldiers coming back from war as well. It's like, even if they're only on, like, a small deployment for a couple months, they can still come back and still have a lot of psychological issues from what they saw as well. So, like, I think Marcus will die in war as he has lived. I don't think he'd be happy dying peacefully. Yeah, Clayton as well. Like, as far as I know, Clayton's still alive. I don't know if they're going to bring him back. I think they might bring him back in all fairness, but I'm not too sure. A proper Carmine in the game? Yeah, I think they try to move away from it. I think everybody's really disappointed in the fact, like, hey, where the fuck is Carmine? I think they will bring Clayton back or do something. I still stick by the theory they could actually shift the focus away from Clayton and have, like, his daughter, like, Danielle Carmine or something. Because having a first female Carmine would be pretty fucking cool. It would be dope. And I think it'd just be really funny to see, like, she's an actual, like, total fucking badass as well. So, like, you know, I know Clayton is supposed to be the badass, but he still came across as really goofy and clumsy. And then having this female Carmine come in and literally just come in, just go, shut the fuck up, you piece of shit, kind of thing, you know? I'm pretty sure there is a D Carmine. I want to say it's Derek, but I'm pretty sure Derek is wrong. Like that, it was just like the example, like that's all it is. Like that, bring in fucking Gertrude Carmine or fucking Erica. Like, I don't really care. Just if they have a female Carmine, I think it'd be pretty fucking cool. Marcus' whole childhood and doesn't know was hard. He doesn't know love really is. Yeah, like obviously, like having his dad Adam Phoenix as well is a bit different because Adam was trying to save the Locust and humanity, and it didn't really go all too well. So, you know, it was kind of like, yeah, I'm working, fuck off, son, kind of thing as well. It's like Marcus did have a hard life, so like it would be very difficult for him to show familial love. You know, it's just one of those things. And like that, even if you look at like slightly older generations, like even my dad, like there's a 7-year difference between my mom and my dad, but my dad is very old school, old fashioned kind of thing. Like he was raised getting beaten by the belt and everything, like by his mother. Then his dad came home or whatever, and she'd say like, oh, you know, I had to hit him or whatever, and like then his fucking dad would just take the belt and beat him up and down because his mom had to do it as well. So like it's all over the place. Yeah, in boarding school his father sent him to, which is COG boarding school and all this. So like, yeah, it's not exactly easy, and that's where he met Dom and Dom's brother, which was, I can't remember his name. Yeah, no, I can't remember his name anyway. Highly recommend to play. There should be... You should also have the option of picking certain parts to play after completion. Completion of boot camp. Such as practicing, I don't know, what would you call it? Practicing grenade throws, or fighting DBs at the end. Also having DBs respawning after wipe would be helpful, as restarting to gather ammo, run to spawn, and then back out is time consuming. Time consuming, especially if you want to try out a couple of the guns to get a feel of how they handle and work. And completion. Wait, where's practicing? I don't know, fuck it. Yeah, the completion, whatever, cool. Time consuming, hyphenated. Practicing grenade throws or fighting. Yeah, okay. Alright, no problem. Help videos. Definitely feel like help videos should be a thing. Never feel as though help videos should be a thing for the game. Carlos Santiago, that's the one. Thank you, Unicorn. I don't think they explained how Anya died. She kind of died. I'd imagine she died peacefully. I don't imagine anyone coming over and stabbing her or attacking her or anything, because Marcus would have fucking shredded them in like 2 seconds flat, and I think he would have dragged out that for a while as well. They need a bigger Nasher segment in the boot camp. Like, again, like, that's why I'm saying, like, you know, DB should maybe respawn at the end so that you can actually try it out. Because, like, you're able to pick the long shot, the retro, enforcer. Like, you can pick up plenty of guns and everything, but you have to get to the end of boot camp, then you have to kill the DBs, and then you have to click replay, and then you have to go in, gather the ammo, go out to Dave, follow Dave to spawn, then the DBs respawn. It should just be like, after the DBs are wiped out, you have 15-20 seconds, then maybe not even 15, I feel is long enough. 15-second respawn so you can gather your ammo or whatever, and then they respawn and come back out. So I think that would be very helpful. I don't think it is possible to curb stomp. I think you can only execute. There's no curb stomp. I don't think there is. I'd actually really have to test that. Yeah, no, I'm not sure actually. Yeah, that's one thing I never even thought of. It's curb stomping is just one thing I never really did. It would be a thing for the game. Yeah, so help videos, like, these videos would be geared towards the game modes and how they work. Arcade plays entirely differently to the rest of the game. As does escalation. These videos give you the basics of the mode, but for escalation, there should be a tutorial. There should be a tutorial to play for the mode, as well as the introduction video. As I have seen a lot of new and experienced players struggling with the concept of the mode when escalation isn't all too complicated. It's just new. It's just new and perhaps, like, explained awkwardly. Definitely would be an advantage to see these included in the game, not hunted out on a website. Okay. New headshot sound. I see the sound is cool. The animation is shit for it. You can't curb stomp or snap a Michio's neck. Yes, you can. You can snap a Michio's neck. I've done it. The Cairo cannon needs to be fixed. It feels super inconsistent. What the fuck is the Cairo cannon? Give me the claw? No, this breaker mace. Grenade launcher. Talon. You mean this thing? The claw light machine gun? Oh, if it's a heavy weapon, then no, I don't play heavy weapons, so I don't know what it is. I have not seen that Cairo cannon like whatsoever, like at all. Yeah, so if that's an arcade thing, I fucking hate arcade. Like my entire plan for arcade is literally spawn in, enforcer, get a few quick kills, fall back, and get a long shot because everybody just stands still, just hard aiming with rifles anyway. So that's the only way I can compete to possibly get my team up and over. Basically, it's the only way I can potentially win a game on my own. Yeah, like that's exactly what I did. Like I had to go off and play arcade for these shitty fucking skins. So like arcade and escalation, that was fine. I did escalation, didn't win every match, but like I had a couple of them done, that was fine. But the fact I had to play 15 matches of arcade, or sorry, win a total of arcade or escalation. Escalation you can't do on your own. You can't do solo. You will just get fucking shredded and annihilated because it says ranked, so everybody tries. Then like that, play a total, like that's easy enough. If it was just play 15 or play 20, that would have been fine. But it was wins. So, like arcade was a fucking headache for me last night. I feel like it's hard to tell when you're down someone, especially in the midst of battle. Yes, like it's yeah, the UI is a little weird. So yeah, we'll talk about the UI a little bit. Or will that be gameplay? No, I feel like gameplay UI should be in gameplay. So UI. Yeah. Okay, so UI it feels like any other Gears game. Or the Gears game and suits. One thing I'd like to see changed though is the kill feed. Feels as though it is too out of focus. Being right in the bottom left hand corner. And it distracts. You having to glance down into it. Glance down to it when other Gears games felt as though I could always see it without having to focus on looking at it. Do a section on gore? See, the gore is a bit of a weird one to do. Wait, I need a space for that, really? Oh, okay. Gore is a bit of a weird one, because it doesn't necessarily change all too much. I think the gore is fine, like, the gore is the gore, it doesn't really matter, like, you know, whatever. But I haven't seen any issues with gore in the game as well, so it's not like the worst thing ever. Like, I could do a small section on gore, but like it would literally just be like a small section. So I feel as though, like, you know, the chainsaw should maybe rip up a bit. Like, I want to go back to the Gears 3 kind of gore system and all that. So like it's hard to really do a section on gore when it doesn't really affect all that much, aside from maybe like the headshot animation being a bit like eh. So I'm not quite sure. Kill cams. Hate the idea of the kill cam being brought in. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Brought into Gears, but also see the advantage of it. Of having it. They're fine considering you are normally waiting a few seconds for a spawn. Spawn in, but what I despise about despise about the kill cams is the desync you experience upon death. I can't imagine anything else causing this. It's very off-putting to see everyone walk as if you have disconnected from the game. And for a second, as if you've disconnected or disconnected from the game. If I skip the kill cam, I should go straight into spectating teammates, rotating my team to help with calls or see a situation, or to gather intel. Not stuck staring at a desync for a couple of seconds. I sincerely hope that this is solved for next weekend. If possible. Or at the very least, for a full release. It is an awful thing to experience and be forced to look at. Considering it has never happened in any other Gears game. Gears game or beta. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that is fair to say. Do you think weapon respawn? I feel as though weapon respawns, yes, they do take some amount of time. Like that, it's like 2 minutes for like a weapon respawn. I actually can't check it. No, I can't check it. Oh, that sucks. But like, it definitely does take a long time for the weapons to respawn. I get like for escalation, yeah, it can come down every 2 minutes is a bit long. I definitely feel like it should be maybe a minute and a half, even a minute. Like it, I think every other Gears game has been a minute. I think for social play, it should maybe be a minute so you can get more uses out of it. Maybe for like their core settings or whatever they fucking want, it should maybe be a minute and a half, and then escalation should be 2 minutes because then you can decrease the weapon respawn rate for, you know, like a Mark's on a 2 minute respawn. It's not that powerful. It's a piece of shit of a gun, so I don't see why it is on 2 minute respawn. TACOM. Okay, so yeah, we'll put that in. Weapon spawn timers. Fuck. No. Yeah, weapon spawn timers. Alright, so yeah, we'll talk about the weapon spawn timers as well. Okay, TACOM. I feel like TACOM. No, I'll use TACOM here, and then that'll actually segue me into the respawn timers here. Okay, so TACOM functions just as every other TACOM. Other TACOM has in Gears, but with the addition of seeing the weapon respawn timers, which is a great benefit to be able to push certain power weapons and coordinate a little better. Coordinate better with your team. Yeah, I think that's fair. With your team. This leads me into my next point. Next point. There we go. What's wrong here? Oh, leads me. Oh, it leads me to my next point. Fine, whatever, dicks. Now, weapon respawn timers. I definitely feel as though a 2-minute respawn timer on weapons is a little much for social gameplays. For social gameplay. I also want to talk about playlists. Playlists. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, what's that? You gotta go. Alright, no problem, Unicorn. You jump out, you go have fun, take care of your day and everything. I'm actually gonna like try like sit down and really like blast through this now and everything, because I've already been doing this for like 2 hours. I thought this would be like an hour at most, and like this is a fucking joke. But anyway, yeah, go take care, man. Right, so for social gameplay, so again, like weapon respawns should be a lot less. I feel as though a 60-second respawn timer on most pickups is fair in social playlists. Playlists are matches, so that people can try out different weapons and feel like they have a chance at it. Feel like they have a chance at grabbing one. This could perhaps be bumped up to 1 minute and 30 seconds in a core playlist. As that is more, it kind of pushes more, as that is closer to your competitive playlists. In competitive modes such as escalation and perhaps execution, should it return, then the 2-minute timer is well balanced and justified, especially with escalation, with one potential action being done to a weapon is to half the respawn rate. Half the respawn time. Yeah, I think that's fair. That is definitely fair, okay? Now, I think this will lead me into my next point of playlists. Whew, oh boy. Yeah, I can turn it up a bit. I mean, like, to be fair, like, this is a very long list, but, like, this is... I feel as though this is a very quality kind of, like, list, and, like, a very good feedback to give them as well, so I'm very happy with what we're actually getting here. Alright, so, now, playlists. Playlists are wrong. So, okay. To start off with the social playlists, there should be 2 types of social playlists. Off. Alright, 2 types of social playlists. One playlist where the squad is limited to one playlist where people are limited to searching as a pair, and one where you can play with a full squad of 5 5 people if you wish. I personally do not enjoy being forced into core or semi-ranked. Core/semi-ranked. Simply because I have 2 friends. It takes the whole aspect of casual or social play. Social play out of the game then. This was a massive drawback to Gears 4 for me, personally. Nice one. What's up?
Just a new bag of Pringles.
Hot cheese sauce? Alright, we'll try later.
Do you want me to put it?
I'll just leave it on the counter, it's fine. Yeah, so there's a massive drawback to Gears 4 for me personally. Once... No, I will discuss ranks below. Yeah, I will discuss the ranks below. Yeah, so ranks. Okay, stick that in. Grand, no problem. No, don't need a space there. I just need that there. Okay, cool. Right. People would be able to simply search for what best suits them. Whether it is being willing to play against full squads or limiting themselves to a max of paired individuals. I think that's fair to say. Whether it is willing to... Well, no, people would be able to simply search for what best suits them. Whether it is willing... It is... being willing to play against... that. Whatever best suits them. Whether that is willing to play against full squads, limiting themselves to the individuals. Yes, okay, fine. Yeah, no problem. Okay. I think that's fair. Social is a... Yeah, no. Okay. One argument is to also have all of the game types, game types available in their own social list, and have a ranked or comp version separately, like it was in Gears of War 3. Yeah, okay, game types. Well, then, no, if it's separated, we might as well just go game modes. Okay, game modes, right, okay. Like it was in Gears of War 3. Simple. It's not all too complicated, right? Now, then, what's next? What was I saying? Oh, yes. I do, however, see the flaw in this, as some playlists will be dead to search in. I think that's fair, because like obviously some modes are more popular than others. This would be avoided entirely by simply having social solo / duo and social squads. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it'll be avoided simply by having these two options. By having these two options, lobbies can roll easily and maintain healthy player base for queue times. Yeah, shit. Yeah, so it'll maintain the healthy player base for queue times and whatnot. For queue times and full lobbies with as few bots as possible. I think it's very simple. Like, that's no problem to me in all fairness, right? Yeah, so yeah, the playlist is fine, that's no problem. If Core is returning for any of the game modes specifically, they should not be ranked in any way, but to simply have people being able to search Warzone or Guardian specifically if they do not enjoy the game type, the game mode that the lobby they were in is constantly voting for. Social voting as well is something I want to do. Okay, cool. I'm constantly voting for. I will examine why these ranked modes, these ranked core modes, or these ranked specific modes are more damaging. Aim assist is something I want to do as well. Slightly down here. Alright, stick that in bold. Grand focus. Yeah, social voting. No problem. Having a competitive list of modes is fine, and this should be the only place where people can attain rankings for the game modes. Refer to below section. Ranks. There we go. Okay, now, that's fair. Simple. Alright, so now the social voting. You can't test this on the tech test due to the modes being tested. However, going off from Gears of War 4, I would like to see the social voting system changed to being able to vote for the next map and game mode separately. Need to give more choice to the players. For instance, I wish to play Warzone, and it comes up in the rotation. However, it is associated with Blood Drive. Blood Drive is an awful map to play, as it becomes a camp fest. And it puts people off of voting for the mode simply due to the map. Simply due to the map. Having these separated would be a good thing in my eyes. There we go. And just fix that up. It was awful. Yeah, okay, so it was awful. Having these modes separated, yes. No, that was right. However, right, no problem. Okay, cool. Now, ranked. Oh boy. Terrible system that everyone thinks is great. Okay, so basically, inherently, ranked systems are terrible because nobody understands what a ranking system is. What ranked does and what it gives you in your placement matches and everything is an estimate of your skill level. And basically what ranked is, it's supposed to give you games that are fair and they are more... basically, if I'm bronze, I should play with other bronze players and we would learn together, instead of being matched up with diamonds who will just stomp us to shit and I'll get bored of the game. So it's to prevent that happening. But what people see as ranked is like, oh, diamond, everyone has to hit diamond. I have to hit diamond, like, you know, it's, oh, I'm only onyx, like, you know, I'm not good at the game. All diamonds are good at the games. No, it's not. It's supposed to give you a fair matchup that is balanced. But with the way it's done, and like, I understand, yes, ranked rewards gives you something for every certain rank and everything. But like, if the developers turn around and say, yeah, for every diamond... for every playlist that you're diamond in, we're going to give you this exclusive skin. All that encourages everybody to sweat and play the game so hardcore and boring that it loses all meaning. Like, there's no point to it. All these rankings do is promote boring gameplays, boring games, and feeds a meta. Everyone wants to be diamonds, which is understandable, but that is not what ranked is or should be about. A rank is to simply match you up with similarly ranked players to offer you the most balanced and fair match you can have. However, people see it as, oh, I'm not a diamond. I must be bad at the game. Or, oh wow, I didn't hit diamond. Didn't hit diamond. I won like 4 games. 4 games. I need to try harder. I'm all for people pushing ranked and going to get better, but not at the cost of the fun of the game. Gears 4 is a Lancer Fest with ranked, and it is genuinely unfun to play and experience. The meta for Gears 5 is definitely the rifles. Everything else is near pointless, and I do not wish to play COD of War. I think that's fair enough to say. Like, it's very hard to... No, I didn't hit the diamond. No, that's stupid. Yeah, no, your rank. Your rank is to simply match you up. That's fine. I've no problem with that. Now, I like that. Again, I've no issues with it. Again, I have no issues with players wanting to be better and reach diamond, but it isn't realistic for everyone to hit. I do like the idea of rewards for hitting diamond in playlists, but these should only be in competitive playlists. This is in the name of the playlist. It is a competitive game mode where you play to win. It is entirely different to regular ranked, and I believe the game would benefit much more from having this distinction. Spelled that wrong. Distinction, yeah, that's the one. Having this distinction between core or ranked and competitive. I think that's entirely fair to say. It is entirely different from regular ranked. Yeah, okay, yeah, now, see, that's fair. I feel as though I kind of got my point across there. No, it's not the diamond. Yeah, no, I'm fine with that. Reloading, movement, aim assist. Okay, yeah, so tunings. Actually, I'm not sure how to word this now. Okay, no, so aim assist. Okay, so basically what I see out of this now, right? So in versus, if you go ranked, and you look at these details, the aim assist is core and competitive. So I don't know why aim assist is a thing. Aim assist. Shouldn't be in the game at all. Remove it. It is a pain to see it and fight against it in any CQB scenarios. I have noticed it dragging my Lancer. It's highly off-putting, right? So I think the purpose of the aim assist is to help balance out console versus PC. See, like Fortnite did. However, not all PC players actually use a mouse and keyboard. Some do still play with controller. Yeah, so like it's difficult. Like aim assist should not be a tuning mechanism for the playlists. I am still entirely unsure of why we need different tunings for our weapons. This has never been the case until Gears 4, and it honestly, yeah, it ruined the idea of pushing competitive. For me, no, see, no, what, no, I don't know, I don't want to do that, no. Never been the case until Gears 4, where we had the core/comp tunings. Yeah, as Fortnite did. Yeah, so aim assist just should not be a thing, right? Aim assist should not be a thing. Omen, I need to talk about the Omen. Okay, cool. Oh, sorry, I'm just checking how long this has been going on for. Oh no, it's up there. Oh, Jesus Christ, 2.5 hours. Fuck me. Okay, right. Yeah, sure. Right, so reloading. Arcade. Next weekend's tech test. Okie smokes, okie smokes. Yeah, so sorry, playlists. Just move. No. HP, okay, now reload. Change to reloading is odd as well. Why am I don't know. Why would you punish players for reloading with less ammo? Seems like a stupid mechanic to implement. Hitting an active reload grants a damage boost. Missing it meant you just reloaded, and having a bad reload punished you enough with being unable to shoot back temporarily. Temporarily. No, I suppose I know. Ah, it wasn't. Shoot back temporarily. Now we lose out on ammo in our guns, mags, for getting a bad reload. And with the decrease in ammo for guns like the Gnasher losing 2 shots on the Lancer, it seems far too restrictive. I would... Is that it? Yeah, that's no. I would like to see active reloading changed back to what it always has been. and not suffer ammo loss. The active reloading timers, the active reload times also seem to be off, and take longer to reach that active reload point. I get you don't want every gun to reload extremely quickly, and it helps balance out some weapons, such as a drop shot compared to a sniper pistol. Obviously, the pistol will reload faster. Why does every gun seem to take that much longer when compared to previous games? Okay. Oh wow, rifles as well. So we'll do rifles. The meta rifles. Okay. So basically, the rifles are just, they shred everything. Okay, so the Lancer does Gnasher's job better than the Gnasher most of the time. So why use a Gnasher? Hamburst is beyond powerful. Borderline gears for release hammerburst. The rifle meta makes the game entirely boring to play. Boring to play with... Yeah, it makes it entirely boring to play. The only way to really push people is to rifle them down and hurt them before making any kind of push. I'm not a fan of everything being geared towards a rifle meta, as that is not what Gears of War was about. The Gnasher was always the bigger focus for gameplay and made everything more fun to play. More on this in the section arcade. Now, I think that's fair to say. Movement. Okay, so the movement is odd. It's hard to really pinpoint. Okay, so, right. Movement and animations feel and look good when they work. The game feels fluid when it works, but can also be exceptionally clunky as well. This is the same with Gears 4. If you take cover, you seem to be stuck for a split second, as opposed to when you hit the corner of a cover, you can move freely and easily. The movement feels good for roadie running, walking, strafing. Nah, missed it. Strafing and overall on cover. However, with wall bouncing, it is another story entirely. It can feel awkward, clunky, and slow. A big not hatred, a big criticism for me was the changes made to how wall bouncing and overall taking cover right, so skill ceiling in Gears of War has always been high. I'm fucking this up, hold on. Why is that all the way up there? Why is it all the way up there? Yeah, skill ceiling. Always fine. Overall on the cover. Good. What was about? Yeah, no, it's fine. It's always been high, but Gears 4, it lowered it drastically. Punished for having good movement and wall bouncing by not being able to regenerate your health, and it was also slowed down due to people complaining they couldn't hit anyone. This, in my eyes, was a bad move and a wrong decision. It should not be the same in Gears 5. Even taking cover, sliding into it, can be, well, it can be detrimental. No, it's not that one. There's an I in it. Come on. Yeah, detrimental to you in trying to escape a fight. You generally use up A or up A's. Up A's. No, 1P, Jesus, up A's. On the cover to sprint around corners faster to take cover. But the act of sliding into cover pauses or delays your health regeneration. What is the point of this aside from making it more friendly to new players who don't understand the game, understand the game mechanics, or pushing for a hyper competitive scene. Okay, I'll leave it at that, right? So, the Omen, alright? No. Just not a fan of the new Omen. I find it distracting. It takes up most of my screen, and it does literally the opposite of everything you set out to improve on by changing it. I hope we can get the classic Omen back and not have to deal with this. I would personally prefer a health bar as opposed to this inverted Omen. I can't even tell how injured I am from the new Omen. New Omen, as it seems like I have only taken a small bit of damage, but the next shot downs me, and I find out I took far more than I thought. It needs to go for me. Whew. Oh boy. Oh, it's difficult, lemon, difficult. Small bit of damage. Yeah, far is fine. This is hands down the worst thing ever brought into Gears of War. Okay, so arcade is a terrible mode. Don't like it. Now, like, I do like what they went for. It's just the execution is piss poor. The idea behind the mode is cool, but it plays... But it has the worst gameplay I have ever seen in my life in this franchise. In my opinion, the class system is great. It offers different playstyles to people, and easy access to different weapons. Try out. However, with the aim assist and overtuning of rifles, it is a crap game mode. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it's a crap game mode. I think it might play just a little better Come on, computer. If everyone was to spawn in with Nashers and have to purchase the rifles. Even then, I don't think it would fix a thing. Okay, so with it as well, it's all overtuned, and the headshots. The headshot mechanic in the game mode simply encourages the most amount of camping in the game. Grab a lancer. Yeah, no, you grab a lancer, find a spot, and camp it. The maps in the beta are terrible for testing. This mode they are too easy to Lancer to win. Having having a sniper is helpful for taking out people, but the sniper class lacks all CQB capabilities, and since it is social, I don't have a team to back me up and defend me. This mode actually strikes me as a far more competitive mode than execution would be. Yeah, I'd say that. Literally, as I type this, I'm now thinking of Counter-Strike and how that functions with your gear / loadout. Why this is a social playlist is beyond me. Why it is even in the game, I can't even fathom that. Oh, Jesus. Wow, this is taking a while. Okay, last one. Next weekend's tech test. For next weekend's tech test of Gears 5, I would like to see some small changes made to it to help us actually be able to test the game and not play COD of War. Right, remove arcade. Remove arcade, or simply do not force us into playing it. It is genuinely awful in its current state. Yeah, just in its current state. Okay, that's fine. King of the Hill should be removed from being called ranked and be put down as a social mode. Ranked equals everyone trying, thinking, their stats matter. Team Deathmatch should be added into social. This has become the staple mode since nobody likes only having one life per round, since they're bad, since they from state mode, since nobody likes having one life per round, like in execution slash Warzone. It would just be a far better experience than arcade can ever be. Yes, I feel like yes. See, definitely, yeah, no problem. Escalation should be the only ranked mode, as that is the competitive mode created for Gears of War. I missed execution. There we go. Execution Warzone should be a far better experience than arcade can ever be. You get game time and people can respawn and slowly learn the game. Although I'd be more in favor of Warzone slash execution over TDM, with King of the Hill being the respawn mode. Being the respawn mode. Yes! Okay, cool. Weapon balancing also needs to be looked at. Especially for the Enforcer. The gun is absolutely worthless. Rifles need to be toned way down and used as support weapons, not your primary. Now, long post, but I am sure you appreciate a longer, in-depth post as opposed to a simple "you guys suck and can't make game good." I hope it is somewhat helpful for you in the feedback from the first tech test of Gears 5. Sincerely, no. Oh boy. Okay. Jesus. Fuck me. I didn't think that would go on so long. Okay. So to recap. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Okay, the crosshair changes. The pinging system. The keybinds. Then you have menu accessibility, the expressions, the hit markers. Then bootcamp. The help videos. Alright, and then we move on to the gameplay. And then we have the UI, the kill cams, the TACCOM, the weapon respawn timers, the playlists, the social voting, ranks, aim assist, reloading, meta of rifles, movement, the Omen, arcade, and then next weekend's tech test and what I'd like to see changed. Fuck me. That is a long ass post. No, hold on, I'm not finished because I forgot one thing. Oh, I need to put this in now. Personal feedback. Question. Okay, so in order to play this tech test on PC, I had to update my drivers, or no, on my Windows to version 1903 to download the beta for Xbox in order to play. However, this name... Okay, whatever. However, this version is unstable, causing stutters and massive FPS losses. I should not be struggling to get 100 FPS on my rig whatsoever on ultra or lower settings. Will Gears 5 require version 1903 to run at release? Or will I be able to safely backroll the update? No, the stuttering issues do not occur solely on Gears 5, but also on Gears 4, For Honor, Siege, Castle Crashers, you name it. It even stutters on the desktop and using Chrome. Yeah, Chrome. Oh, wow. I have tried every method of troubleshooting, and the only thing that helped was backrolling. Update to Windows, which fixed every issue and caused zero stuttering afterwards. Okay, sorted. Ow. Every method of troubleshooting stutters. Drivers are up to date, and there are no issues aside from, and no, there have been no system changes other than the Windows updates. Woo! Boy! Yeah, stuttering. Below are my system specs. GPU 2080 Ti. 11 gig. CPU Intel i7-77K. 16 gigs. Corsair Vengeance DDR4. Okay, yeah, done. Jesus. Wow. So, like that, yeah. So, with the tech test and everything, I've been having these really shitty issues, game requirements and everything. I well blast that out. Whereas, minimum spec, like, see, like, it needs all this stupid fucking update and shit. Like, this is crap. Yeah, so recommended. Ideal, i7, yeah, so I have the ideal. And then, like, I have the upgrade version of that. And then I have double, no, sorry, I have 11 memory. Then, like, that I have the 16 gigs as well. And then, like, that I have running on SSD and everything, so I don't know why that happens. Recommended drivers, I have my drivers updated. May update, you know, it's absolutely awful. Do not enjoy it whatsoever. I don't have any other audio drivers or anything. So, I think that's it. Oh yeah, that is copy time. Ow. Okay. Paste that in. Now I'm gonna just have to like fix all this up here. So I'll make you bold. Yeah, this was yeah, no, this was an adventure. And go back, menu accessibility, it's fine. Ah, nothing else even matters to me at this stage. Just once this goes up, I'm delighted. Ah, fuck this. No, I'll do it now in a minute. No, okay, right, no, so, that's it. Like, like that again. Just to summarize, very quickly. Quality of life improvements. I'm happy with the crosshair changes. Pretty cool. I like it personally. I know some people are against the pinging system with the different markers and everything for when you spot people. That's great. Keybinds, it is such an improvement. It is massive. It is so much better. Like that, the chainsaw retro charge being bound to your reload button for some reason is a bit wonky. I think that needs to be changed. The control remapping is a great foundation. Menu accessibility improved 100%. Fucking 1,000,000%. Like, it's by far one of the best changes they've ever brought out for years. So menu accessibility, happy with that. Expressions seem a bit pointless. I think they should be better. Hit markers, they're not actually that intrusive. They're pretty good. They give you good feedback for what you're doing and what you're experiencing in the game. Boot camp, it's great. I love it. But like that, again, some little quality of life things could be done to help that. The help videos, these definitely need to be implemented into the game as soon as fucking possible so that people know what they're actually doing. Gameplay, UI, I feel as though the kill feed is a bit out of the way. It really takes you out to look at it. Kill cams, the desync is like literally the only issue. It's very irritating to look at, and it's really annoying to be stuck there if you skip the kill cam, think like, oh yeah, I'll be able to spectate my teammate really quick. You can't. It's shit. TACCOM, it's great. It's beneficial with being able to see, what was it? Being able to see the weapon respawn timer. Fantastic, love it. Weapon respawn timers, I feel as though 2 minutes is too long for social. 1 minute for social, 1.5 for core, and then 2 minutes for competitive. Playlists, again, like they need more playlists. They need to have social for 1 and 2 man, and then they need social for like stacks basically. Then like that they need change to ranked and everything. Like if they want competitive, they should have competitive everything. It shouldn't just be competitive escalation and execution. It's just shit. Social voting, they need to have the maps in the game mode separate. Ranks, again, it's just terrible. Everybody thinks they have to attain diamond and you don't. Aim assist needs to go entirely. Reloading, like it just needs to go back to Gears 4. Like the timing's just off. I don't see why we're punished with less ammo as well. The rifle meta, rifles need to be they need to be knocked down a peg and a fucking half. The movement is difficult to get in games, but like, you know, it's alright. I feel as though you should still regenerate health while moving. You need to increase that ceiling. The Omen needs to be taken out. Don't like it. Arcade needs to be deleted. And next week, just a couple little few bits and pieces, like, you know, remove arcade. King of the Hill should be removed from being called rank and down to as a social mode. Team Deathmatch needs to come into social. Escalation should be the only ranked game mode, as is the competitive mode. Weapon balancing needs to be looked at as well. And that's just a personal thing for me. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's about it. So again, anyone who watches this, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to post this now, because fuck that. That's a long post. That's a big old long post. That's a long post. Oh, that's a long post. That's a long ass post. Jesus. Jesus! Oh my god, that was long. Christ. Okay. Anyway, right, so thank you guys very much for watching. I'd love to kind of get your own opinion on it and everything. I'm gonna go edit this and put it up on the Reddit as well, so that it's up there if you're on Reddit. Oh my god. This has been exhausting. Like I said, thanks very much. I'm more than happy to discuss your balancing issues and everything with you as well. I'm going to hop off because I'm exhausted now and I really need a drink and get some lunch. So, again, thanks very much, and I will hopefully see you all, I don't know, at some stage. Alright? Toodles.